No more bad government in Nigeria. And that was the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger watch you.
I've watched with dismay the current outrageous display of irresponsibility happening at the local government council in Edo State, called impeachment of local government chairman and vice chairman. I sometimes wonder, it is high time we ask ourselves, we truly want to practice constitutional democracy, or we just want government of anyhowness, as you may want to describe it. In the absence of these provisions for impeaching a local government chairman in the Constitution, I think that Section 188 of the Constitution that spells out how a governor can be impeached should be followed. Anything outside of that in either the local government bylaws or the local government administration laws is to traverse the Constitution. And in this Section 188, it clearly spells out that a petition shall be laid before the council or the House of Assembly, and then the petition shall be investigated whether there is merit on it, and the person whose the petition is written against shall also be given opportunity to defend themselves. But a situation where 2 or 4 members of the local government council will just sit down somewhere and then raise a motion and say the local government chairman is hereby impeached, is that democracy? And then we keep quiet over it. When the State House of Assembly, those State House of Assembly, in clear violation of Section 7, first went ahead to suspend this said 18 local government chairmen and their vice, we raised a voice against it and said, no, this cannot happen. This should not be happening. Even the Attorney General of the Federation also stated clearly that the Supreme Court in July 2023 did rule that no State House of Assembly has the power to suspend or abridge the tenure of a local government chairman. And now, knowing fully well that they have run foul of the law, so what did they resort to? This kangaroo process of 2 persons or 4 persons sitting down, calling themselves council members, councillors, and impeaching a chairman or a vice chairman. It is shameful. These councillors should be ashamed of themselves. The senior lawyers in the government, in the APC government in Edo State should also be ashamed of themselves. I know some of you will say, well, after all, the way they were elected also ran foul of the law. Yes, I agree with you that the Obaseki selection process was not an election. But be that as it may, the moment they have been sworn in and you recognize the process, whether selection or election, the moment you recognize that process, it is only the court that can now invalidate. In the absence of a court invalidating, this kangaroo process of impeachment by some people claiming that they have impeached local government chairman and vice chairman should not be allowed to stand. And this should serve as a lesson to the APC-led government in Edo State. Obaseki did his own and left. And today you're doing the same thing that you was criticized when Obaseki was there. You're doing the same, repeating the same thing, trying to set up kangaroo processes and calling them impeachment. If care is not taken, you do your own today. Tomorrow, another person will come and do the same thing to you. I think this is an opportunity for our judiciary, our senior lawyers, and everybody that truly is a lover of democracy should stand up and condemn this process. Let the right thing be done. The Federal Attorney General of the Federation and Attorney General of the state also should condemn
of those who shape our political and national landscape and how these impact us positively or otherwise. I'm Ibrahim Shita. Today on the show, battle for Tinubu's job. Kwakwanso launches fierce attack on Atiku, Islam's northern leaders. In the course of the program, we take up questions, but first subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop your questions in the comment section. It's important to mention that we can only read comments with human names and the ones based on the subject matter. I have joining me via Zoom, the maestro himself, Babajide Kolade Tutoju. Good to see you, BK.
Yeah. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, our uncle, Ibrahim Shita.
Complimentary season to you.
Compliments of the season to you.
All right. Okay, so let's get talking. Today we're looking at political developments in the country. We see the leader of the new Nigeria People's Party, that's the NNPP, Rabi Kwakwanso, launched a scathing attack on former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, branding him a serial liar at 80, as he refuted claims that he participated in a meeting with a supposed arrangement where Atiku and himself would serve one term and Peter Obi would serve two terms, dismissing the entire narrative as fabricated. BKO, how do you see this?
I think that Rabi Kwakwanso is getting frustrated about the fact that Atiku is getting older by the day, but is not willing to give up his desire for the Nigerian presidency. What he wants to see is a situation in which Atiku will quit the scene and allow younger people like him, like Peter Obi, to take over. But Atiku does not appear to be interested in giving up. He wants to be president of Nigeria. He doesn't think that age is not on his side. He points to the fact that Abraham Lincoln, the 15th American president, contested many times before he eventually carried the day. He believes that he can still be president of Nigeria. He's been pursuing that dream since 1992. He's been contesting primaries and even the presidential election since 1992. He still thinks that 2027 is not too far away, that he can still throw his hat in the ring for 2027. Now, this is what frustrates someone like Rabi Kwankwaso thinks that is popular in northern Nigeria. He believes that Atiku should quit the stage for somebody like him, for younger people like him. He is increasingly being confronted by the reality that many northern leaders still prefer Atiku. And that was why, apart from accusing Atiku of being a liar at 80, he also launched an unprecedented attack on northern leaders. He accused them of always using their influence to get some people to become candidates in the presidential election, claiming that those are the people that did not endorsed. But he cited the 2019 presidential race, where about 7 persons from the Northwest contested. He blamed these leaders for permitting that kind of situation. He actually described them as wicked and selfish. Let me read the quote. He said, "It is unfortunate that these elders, some of whom are our parents, are being driven by selfish motives in fielding candidates. They often connive to fabricate falsehoods, gather people and tell them that these are the candidates the region endorses, when in reality the decision was taken by just 2 or 3 of them. Their wicked practice is causing disunity." So this is what this is how he described these leaders. Some time ago, I think for the 2007 presidential election, a group of northern leaders, then led by the late Adamu Chiroma, came together and screened some political heavyweights at that time, including General Ibrahim Babangida, who wanted to come back as a civilian president. They screened them and concluded that Atiku was the best. I guess this is the kind of scenario that Kwankwaso was trying to relieve, that these leaders will come together and say this person is the best candidate for the North. They will claim that this is that candidate that the North had endorsed. So he is not sure that Atiku won't be put forward by powerful people from northern Nigeria as the candidate of the region. Remember, when Nyesom Wike lost the primaries of the PDP to Atiku Abubakar, these powerful northern leaders were the people who prevailed on Tambuwal, who was then governor of Sokoto State, to step down for Atiku Abubakar. The moment he decided to step down for Atiku Abubakar, Atiku carried the day. So the votes that should have gone to Tambuwal, which will have divided, which will have made life difficult for Atiku, eventually went to Atiku after Tambuwal stepped down for him. Some northern leaders prevailed on Tambuwal on that day to step down. They prevailed on Bukola Saraki, but Bukola Saraki didn't step down. But Tambuwal decided to step down against the rules of the game. which is that you cannot address the audience twice, can't address the delegates twice. He came back and addressed them and told them to give the votes that they had planned to give to him to Atiku, enabling Atiku to carry the day at the PDP presidential primaries. Again, before then, in Port Harcourt, powerful northern leaders stepped in and got some of the candidates to work for Atiku. And their last-minute intervention allowed Atiku to clinch the ticket of the PDP. So this has always been the case, whether for ACN or for PDP. Many northern leaders always come together and one way or another will back Atiku because they believe that Atiku was the person best prepared for that job. We had been gunning for that job for years and actually has the roadmap to the peace, growth, and development of Nigeria. So Kwankwaso is worried that these people that he called self-proclaimed northern leaders who met in the process of selection and feeding of candidates for presidential election will eventually intervene again, and they are not likely to back him. He knows who they are likely to back. That is why he is already making a noise, talking about how they interfere with the process and how they always back people that in his views, in his opinion, are not good enough, are not capable of winning election. So this is the thing. 2027 will be very, very tough. I know that the opposition elements are making moves to come together because that's their best chance of defeating the incumbent president. I've said before that if Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, and Atiku had remained in PDP, if they had not left the PDP, they had all remained in PDP, they will have garnered not less than 14 million votes. And 14 million votes will have given the candidate of their choice, if whether it was Atiku or someone else from the PDP, will have given the candidate of their choice an unassailable lead, a landslide victory over the candidate of the APC. And if you ask me, the 2023 general election provided an opportunity for the opposition to take power, but they did not grab this opportunity because they were too selfish and they were not prepared to work together. We are seeing signs that that could happen again, because when opposition elements begin to attack one another at this stage, it does not bode well for them at all. It's capable of compromising their desire to retake power from the ruling APC. This is the time for them to come together, see how they can work together and deliver the goods. And when I mean deliver the goods, that is win the election. But they're already fighting one another, and for Kwankwaso to launch this kind of attack on Atiku, calling him a liar at 80, is really, really unfortunate. But this is the clear sign that these opposition elements find it difficult to step down for one another. Kwankwaso in 2023 was asked if he was going to step down for Peter Obi, and he described that as an insult. That Peter Obi met him in the political field. Peter Obi did not have his experience, and so why should he step down for Peter Obi? Well, in the outcome of the election, the grand scheme of things, Peter Obi did much better than Kwankwaso, who could not win any state outside of Kano. So attacking one another at this stage is a foretaste of what is to come. It's unprecedented for a very big political figure within the opposition ranks to attack perhaps the leader of the opposition in the way that Kwankwaso has done. It really, really throws spanner in the works. But in spite of that, the PDP, they are still working hard to see how they can bring Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, and Atiku together. Are trying to see how they can get them to return to the PDP. Because they are convinced that if these guys return to the PDP will be a lot stronger. The PDP will be able to defeat the ruling party. And from the experience of 2015, to defeat a ruling party, all the major opposition parties must come together. The APC, ABGA, that is the ACN, ABGA, NPDP, that's renegade faction of the PDP. They came together and they were able to defeat the ruling PDP in the 2015 election with just 4 percentage points. 4 percentage points. That's to tell you how difficult it is to defeat a ruling party. APC won by just 4 percentage points in the presidential election. So, and in this last election, APC lost at least 10 of the states that it controlled. 10 of the states where it had governors. That election was a very tough one. In my view, the best presidential election that we've had in terms of the competitive nature of it, not in terms of the regularities.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thanks for your time with us. We're back again. Just want us to move on, but let me quickly tally up with the video that I played just now before we move on to the main topic of today. I appreciate you all, mother of all, mommy diaspora. Good evening to you, mommy. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you very much, Peggy Modi, Madam Patricia Tagbojomi, Madam Iris Finance, Madam Martina Basi TV. Thank you, my people. Abu Aziz, thank you very much. We are looking forward to seeing you or hearing from you anytime soon. I wish you a wonderful, good health and quick recovery. Thank you very much, everyone. Right there, Mr. Johnson, Emmanuel, Peggy Modi. God bless you all. Thank you very much, Olarawaju. I can see you. Olumude Akiwomi, my brother, I can see you right there. Happy New Year to you, George Fosa. Igbenedion, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. My pocket never run dry. Thank you very much, Arinze Shukuma, and many others, but you're not famous there as well, and many others that is already there. Okay, finally, the dust is our light after more than 5 days. The light is finally off as we speak. Now, light now they see so just bear with me so that my solar can be put on. Just bear with me, guys. After more than 5 days? More than 7 days, I guess. They don't finally sees the light. And I believe they will bring it anytime soon. But for me to continue with this broadcast, just bear with us, guys. And let me quickly get this right. Thank you very much, my people. And God bless you now. Please just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share. Hello? Can you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
On the solar.
Okay.
Let's just see how it goes. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, people. I appreciate you all, and I'm gonna have a blessing now. Yes, I'd like to quickly go on a quick break, then to stabilize one or two things.
Oh, my son, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you could be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen. Oh, my daughter, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you could be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen.
All right, guys, we're back again. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Yes, the light has been brilliant. Yes, that's the only word I'll use, brilliant. A straight almost 7 days without no blink. It's wonderful. But let's see how it goes, how long this is going to last for. I'll continue to update you guys how it is. That's what we do here. I appreciate you all, my people. Do your part, personally like, help us to share. And God bless you, my people. Okay. Let me take on this article quickly because I have a big topic to talk about today. A very big one. If you have a contact of Alan Oyema, the owner, the CEO of Airpeace, I'm going to tell her, make it tune into YouTube quickly because we're going to be saying it how it is today. But meanwhile, I would like to take this article here. After this article, I'll post out a link for those of you that want to join us. Today is Sunday. I would like to finish very, very early. If possible, I might finish very, very early. You know what that means. It's been a very, very, very hectic day for me. But meanwhile, thank you very much, everyone. God bless you now. I'm very, very grateful. This is coming from Vanguard. 2027. I didn't reach agreement with Atiku to serve for 4 years. Peter Obi for 8 years. Kwankwaso went on saying that there's calamity, confusion between Kwankwaso right now, Peter Obi, and Atiku. So in terms of the merger, it's not working. So we talked about a similar thing yesterday. I don't know what Peter Obi is going to do for 2027 because at the moment, I've said it yesterday, I don't know who is standing with Peter Obi apart from the people. You know, even the people, a lot of them are be divided as we speak. But it will come to the elites. Who is standing with Peter Obi at this moment? We asked this question a couple of days ago. Then we asked again yesterday. We are asking again today. Some of you might think that, oh, we don't fair ask. No, we should continue to be asking because 2027 is just around the corner. You might think, say, oh, he's still far. No. If you are concerned how you can rescue Nigeria, or rather how you can have a better Nigeria in your time, you should be asking this kind of question more often. Leader of the NNPP and former governor of Kano State, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, has denied reaching any agreement for himself, Atiku Abubakar, to serve for 4 years as president-ish, while Peter Obi will do 8 years ahead of 2027 presidential election. He said this while expressing displeasure at the way some few Northerners who declared themselves as the leader of the North were interfering in the selection of presidential candidates. He said it was wrong for such people to claim they represent the region. The former governor said that their action was causing division in the community and hindering democracy by electing leaders who were not qualified. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one right there. I'm not ready to read all this article of Kwankwaso, no agreement and all that, blah, blah, blah. Let me see if we can take that. No agreement. Okay, on the rumor making the round that an agreement had been reached between him and other former presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the LP, he said he was not aware of such an agreement. Although he said he learned that the Atiku group was holding meetings with local leaders, including Malams, ahead of 2027. This issue is really hot me. It is said that the elders are lying. They are saying things that have not been done. I was told that about 45 Malams were gathered and they are telling the people, but there is no such thing. I'm not at all happy about these old rumors. Okay, he's not happy that Atiku gathered some malams together, 40 or 50, according to Kwankwaso and all that. He came out now saying that I'm not part of you guys, I'm not part of anybody, and blah, blah, blah. And I've never agreed for you guys to rule ahead of me. So at the moment now, we are seeing some kind of signs of selfishness between three of them. Unfortunately, yeah, between three of them, from Kwankwaso, Atiku, and Peter Obi, because none of them is coming down from each other, for each other, and that's a problem. Kwankwaso want to rule again after Tinubu. Atiku want to rule again after Tinubu. Peter Obi want to rule after Tinubu. Amongst them all, Peter Obi is the youngest. So if we have to come down for anybody, who do you think we need to come down for? I'll leave that one for you guys to comment on that later on. Well, meanwhile, I'm going to post out a link now because that's the only article that I have today. A link I'll be posted. Click on it. Join us here and let's talk about the next topic that we have for you guys today. If you're going to join this broadcast today, please come on time so that we can talk on time as well. As you can see, for the past couple of days, our broadcasts have been so fluent and smooth because people have been coming on time. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God will bless you. Now, I already have a call, but my presentation is not over. But good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Good evening, sir. Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Samuel speaks, sir.
Okay. Oga Samuel, I better talk to us quickly.
I first called yesterday before. Just say I talked this yesterday.
Mm.
We say who for the three, who they greedy. And the local people that they greedy for this what you talk about. They just want power. They all want power for Nigeria. I don't say maybe they go, say maybe they back with our beer, they'll be the two they go north now, we probably they go since after they do the election. You know they do, they go. If the PW set up power self, it could not then go see to pass. Maybe they allow me enter that. Not be say for so Tiku, they drag out. Maybe they let people who are president for Nigeria, people for rule. No matter what say they want to the election, all people they stand for Peter will be back. We should do for Peter will be back. Nigeria said for Peter will be back, but now they lead us. Now not that now they put us an chairman. So now they control those things. So the who they for power now they control. I won't tell them that. But all they say, if not other people say Peter will be that they want their leaders. Peter will become president for Nigeria. So now they not now Peter will be and they. Okay. Become vice because the plan before. I think we go rule 4 years. Talk also go rule 4 years. Peter will go for 8 years. Before they will become almost 4 years for age. They don't work. Okay. The news come outside. Aisha is to play and come outside. So that's all they talk. But they let the rule.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
They don't want power for Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Anyway, yeah, that's the comment right there from our my brother saying that the Northerners are a bit selfish. They should allow Peter Obi to rule. So I would like to hear from more people. Then we'll take it from there. Madam Patricia, I can see you on the backstage already. Thank you very much, man. God bless you. Okay, guys. I would like to quickly switch right now. Let's go to that one on the screen. Earpiece. You can see the title right there. Airpeace, the worst airline, probably not just in Nigeria, but in Africa or probably the world. That statement there is not coming on quote from anybody. That statement there is coming from myself. I wrote it by myself, not copy from anybody, and I'm going to take you through it. It's very unfortunate that I don't know if Alain Oyema is aware that his airline is the most useless airline ever. Ever. I don't know if he's aware. But we need to speak so that he'll be aware, he can rectify it if he can. I will take you guys through it, but before that, I'd like you guys to listen to what orders, because I've been seeing series of videos everywhere. People complaining about this airpiece. I remember the first time we talked about this airpiece here, including me. I have to blame myself on this. Me and many others, we were trying to be very, very protective. Oh, enemies everywhere. Because in a Igbo man get on now, they don't want to make it wrong. They don't want to make it good. They don't want to make it do. Oh my God, they are trying to hinder him in America. They are trying to hinder him in the UK. They are trying to hinder him in Yugoslavia. Oh my God, because in a Igbo man, I was part of it. But I will apologize to some of you maybe after this presentation, you will know why. Not knowing that if we continue to be sentimental when it comes to things like this, just because we like person, we are not willing to listen or review or holistically check why this criticism is coming on, then there's no way you can know what is happening. Even though I would still like to apologize because I've seen so many videos that have been circulating everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Since that time, I did not play any video of such on this platform. Do you know why? Not be say I not see him, because that thought was still on my head that this whole thing is just an attack for Alan Oyema, the owner, the CEO of Airpeace. That's why I said I apologize to you guys, because that's me. Alan Oyema have never paid me, and I don't speak because he paid me. Nobody listening to me right now that have ever paid me to present any broadcast one way or the other. But we got to say things how it is, regardless of whoever that's going to be hot. Before I come to why I wrote this, this thing why I write, so I don't write that because of the videos I want to play now. I wrote it because of what I will be telling you later on. Listen to this.
Today we're going to be talking about one of the worst, if not the worst airline in Nigeria, and that is Airpeace. You're all taking a piss. So aside their flight delays and numerous flight cancellations, Airpeace also has like technical/safety issues, and there are citations as far back as July 2019, December 2021, October 2022. But guess what? That's not even the worst part about Airpeace. Have you experienced their customer service/staff conduct is like the worst in the entire world? So initially, I don't really find reasons to like come up and speak about things like this because I just like to fashy, right? But all of a sudden, of recent, it's beginning to look like this thing is beginning to affect like people around me, and it's getting on my nerves. Because tell me, why would I book a flight and for like 3 months you guys promised a refund and you still haven't given me that refund to today?
Okay, I'll leave that right there. It's a long video. I'm only going to reference. Let's move on to another video quickly so that we can take it from here. This is Don Pedro Obaseki, right? I'm referencing to people's video, but I'm not going to spend time on any of the videos before I'll come back to speak to you.
It will be the first flight out of Lagos.
What's happening?
All other destinations. It has refused to carry more than 500 passengers to Benin. Passengers from the last 2 days.
Nigeria, and this man from America.
Lagos, Mohammed Airport. Airpeace has kept every passenger from Benin since yesterday, 10 o'clock. We are still here. Now today is now 21st. And we still here.
You know, say,
Airpeace has stranded everybody. This is the second time we are doing it in 2 days. So we've been stuck here in Lagos. They promised us last night that it will be the first flight out of Lagos.
What's happening?
All other destinations. It has refused to carry more than 500 passengers to Benin. Passengers from the last 2 days.
With Virgin
everybody should hashtag Airline Oyema. Where they suffer people. Yes, they are profiling. I think they are profiling Benin passengers.
So this Macron they happy. He give $1. He wish change dollar. She can't go change dollar. This time the dollar where this man give her.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that right there. All the video why they play so not be they end all of the long, but Now, short part I just want to play before some of us that is always biased will now start saying, oh. Okay. But meanwhile, let's listen to this one quickly.
Let me introduce to you Nigeria's worst airline of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Air Peace, the airline with no peace. After an exciting week flying domestically in Africa's most populous country, trying out different airlines, I came to the conclusion that Air Peace is by far the most unreliable, unpunctual, unprofessional, and unsafest airline in Nigeria.
Okay, when I hear that one, okay, I'd like us to move on. Because we only talk with fact here, okay? Then I'd like to take another one here quickly.
We've not been able to secure fuel.
Look at it! This is what I'm talking about! You are still getting new tickets, collecting money from people.
Endless fighting going on. One person passed out. It's an absolute nightmare.
What am I going to tell my 10-month-old child?
Insane, crazy fights, people trying to storm the airplane. It's insane. Everything is out of control here. Oh, so you go through London and like, oh, Germany. Well, you white guys all look the same.
So I'm going to take that out as well. All is about LPs, right? Then one more.
To a very special flight review today. We are flying the world's most notorious airline.
You are a weak white man. Don't talk to me. In Nigeria, you never know. You know, everything can change rapidly.
Right now, we've not been able to secure fuel.
All right, guys. You can see that I'm rushing. If not, normally I play videos for long, right? So I'm rushing. That's why. But still, I'd like us to move on right now. Okay, MPs. All this video, not be today, all of them are be flying online. But before that, let me quickly appreciate Stella Maseredo for the super chat. Thank you very much, man, for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. Good evening to you. May God bless you. Your pocket never ever run dry. I'm very, very, very grateful. Okay, guys, help us to press on the like button, help us to share. Okay, MPs. Personally, I traveled since a Friday. I went to my state. The first time we drove there, when I went for my Igwe festival, for those of you that know what Igwe festival means. But this time, I have to decide to use flights. And I decided to use Airpeace because I've been hearing a lot of things. But for me, I like to talk with facts. I decided to use Airpeace. Guess what, guys? My flight was initially booked for 10 past 2 p.m. in the afternoon. 10 past 2 p.m. I got to the airport at 12:20 because I'm always like that. I take my laptop, everything. I just want to get busy to be there. I don't like rushing. Get my time right, okay? I got there by about 12:20. My flight was 2:10. Then it got to 2:10. They delayed the flight to 3 o'clock. About 1 hour delay. Okay, let's see how it is. Okay, no wala. Let's just manage it. No wala. Then it got to 3 o'clock. Airpeace extended their delays to 4 o'clock. This time, Bodido de Pepe, many people. Everywhere were packed, a lot of children. Everybody was packed like sardine. I was inside. Then got to 4 o'clock. Airpeace extended to 5 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, they told us that the flight will want carry us, it never lands. For those of us that always use the word ethnicism, tribalism, or they don't want the man to succeed because he's an Igbo man. The first question I want to ask you now is that the pilots, who employed them? The pilot now Igbo man. Now I see. Does it mean say the pilot na Yoruba or Edo or Hausa? Then about 5 something, plane can land. They can start to the use bus. They carry people from one place to another place. To no enter flight. To cut everything short, we can't reach Benin from 12:20. I can't reach Benin at almost to 8, 7 something in the evening. When I say I late, come on air on Friday. All right? Now, it didn't end there. There was no single remorsefulness from none of the staffs. There was no single compensation. The shocking part of all was I went to complain to the staffs. You know what the staffs were telling me? That please, sir, expose us. We cannot speak. If we speak, we will be sacked. I can't fold my arms. Sorry, let me put Madam Pacha on the bar. Say, Bona, they see me properly first. Bona, no say I need to pass this news by myself. I can't look 3 of them like this. Say, sir, please speak. If you can speak out for us. If we speak, I will lose my job. I was like, people when me they shout for, they say no. I can't go meet another person that helped me with my luggage. The same guy, this time, Natiri lady fair talk to me. Oh, the same guy, another guy who pushed, the same guy that pushed my luggage was telling me that, sir, we are confused. This is happening almost every single day across Nigeria. Not just in Lagos to Benin, Lagos to Abuja, Abuja to Lagos, Benin to Lagos, or Benin to Abuja, or to Port Harcourt. They say across the whole country. For some of una later, we go come say, oh, they don't want to make this man survive, or make it succeed, or make it do this. The videos why I played just now, some of them are since last 2 years, last year. If not me, I will sack you. Now say 1 or 2 persons where they work for me for this platform before. Why I tell say make it get out. For you to spoil the name I've built for myself, then get out. That's it. It better say I get issue with you than I get issue with the people listening to me right now. Now, although I've written to them, I've got my proof. I wrote a very long episode. Because if Alan want to succeed, you need to start taking action. And now, this whole thing is not coming from the staff. Although they were still begging for money upon the frustration they bestowed on us. So what do you get for us now? So because all of them, almost all of them in the airport, both local and international airport, almost all of them are now beggars. Not just AP staff, I'm saying. I say in the airports. You know, at the end of the day, you say deformation. It's not a deformation. I have proof. What deformation? Me, I don't deal with deformation. Who arrest me? Ever born, even on Yema, they're not born now to arrest me. That's my ticket there. That's my ticket there. See the time where they put. We will not see the time for there. Okay, say 10 past 2. It was 20 minutes past 2. They say we will arrive in Benin by 5:20. We left Lagos at almost 5:30 p.m. They're not born them now. Look at my name there. Oni Ediki Elvis. Can't you people see it there? They're not born. They're not born them. They're not born them. They're not born Alain Oyema. They're not born anybody that will call me out for defamation. They're not born you. No, they can't even try it. They can't dare. They should be sued for delaying me at the airport. No AC, nothing at all. For more than 5 hours. No refreshment, no more, no water, nothing. They're not born then. Arrest who? Make we not go prison, make we not die, make we not make Nigeria yes so. Nobody want to speak the truth. If you know you are supporting Satanism, they joined my platform before. Because of this tree, no one join again. Go to hell and burn to ashes. Yes, because we have a lot of hypocrite people. Because of this now, because now you're person now. You go say, no, I don't want to go there. I'm not part of it. I'm not born there now. Me that I've already, I've put in an episode for compensation. Because people, they complain. I did not take it serious because for me, I like to see things by myself. Then, when I was coming from Benin today, and I decided to use Aero to see if it's the same thing. And I use this one with this screen. So, this one an Aero. That's okay. Give me Aero, make I use them. Aero can't tell me, say the time we want to fly now 11:25. Although these people, they still delay, but they were only delayed for 15 minutes, which is a normal thing. British Airways, they delay sometimes for 15, 20 minutes, but not before 5 hours. Guess what? 30 minutes. Exactly 30 minutes, they tell us we could land for Lagos. Now exactly 20 minutes, 22 minutes, because in fact, I still get that for my phone. 22 minutes, I recorded it. I put it on timer. Exactly 22 minutes. From Benin, we don't reach Lagos. But before the plane come park, they do everything. It can be exactly 30 minutes. Now, who are we going to blame for this? Should we blame, say, people not like Igbo people, or because Alan Yeman, an Igbo man, now that they make life difficult for them like this? I'm talking about your flight was nowhere to be seen. Your flight was not at the airport. Your flight was nowhere to be seen. Your stars keep saying, say the flight never lands. And most of the people at the airport were saying, this is what they pass through all the time. Do you know what? My colleague told me, when I tell us how they go Benin, I don't already get flight. Because of which flight I get, before I come out for Lagos, I say APC, no, you should know, Zevi, no, you make mistake. I said, what did they happen? He said, no, these people, they always delay. You foretell me. And they know they do reform. I say, no, I'm not sure say they will do that. Or, even though it happened, make I go experience it by myself. Guys, I regretted it. I will never in my life dare to use AirPiece again. Never. Except say people don't testify, say they don't overchange. Because this has been going on for over a year now. Right? Over a year. So for me, in rating AirPiece today, AirPiece is the worst airline in the whole world, not just in Nigeria or Africa. Because they don't have remorse. They don't have good customer service. They don't have refreshment. Their AC was not working well, or if it's not working at all, nothing was right. Although the flight was good. The flight looks new, and it was a wonderful flight. But I'm talking about the delay. I'm not yet to rate the flight. So Alan Oyema, in case they cut this video, go give you, sir. If Nami be you sit down and quickly re-strategize. If not, your airline will fall. And yes, remember, say one voice, not the fifth person. But when you don't gather, say the voice don't plenty, or God, forget, you go fall. I mean, no one make you fall. I don't want to make you fall. You will fall. In case you don't know, let us you say you don't know, because me don't understand all this our elites. Things go they happen. Don't say Tinubu don't know, say we they suffer. Somebody have to go and meet Tinubu at the answer or say we they suffer. Obaseki don't know, say we they pass through this. Maybe I'll not still know now, say we they suffer through airline. More assume, say once they don't get money, they know. Let's assume, say they know. Now because they talk to you now, say the situation is extremely terrible. I know some of you might say, now only once. Now, it's not only once. Now, only once it happened to me. And I cannot wait for this to happen twice. I used Aero take on. Aero was delayed for just 15 minutes. Arrived in Lagos in 20 minutes from Benin to Lagos. The flight stabilized exactly 30 minutes that the pilot announced. If not pilot announced, but the announcement is at the flight. So everything why they talk, so no single allegedly, all is fact, and I have proof for all. And we can't continue like this. Now, should we blame Tinubu for this one now? No, tell me, should we now blame Tinubu for this one now? Because some of you now, hypocrisy could not blend in a ear now. Because this one concern with you love. No, I don't want part of it. If you love Tinubu, we talk about her. No. Mr. Elvis is not a bad person. If you love Peter Obi, we talk about Peter Obi. Mr. Elvis is not a bad person. You love Obaseki, so don't label me for this platform, rich. Blah, blah, blah. No. Mr. Elvis, you are a bad person. Because I talk about Obaseki. This has been going on. That's why I say hypocrisy will not let us go nowhere. A lot of us are hypocrites. We are only fighting for a reason. I don't even know what we are fighting for, many of us. Hypocrisy. The reason why they talk this one, so you wait, they listen to me. So before you will fall a victim, go stay airport for 78 years. It's better make you take precaution from this. Or if you get direct contact with Alain Oyema, make we go tell and say the mountain is falling, including his own staff are secretly complaining. They are secretly complaining. Although I will not prove that one now, as a man, you don't prove everything the same day, except you are pushed. I wanted to bring this here today to let everybody know that I'm totally disappointed. I deserve to be compensated. I don't know if other people will fight or file a suit for that. Me, I will file. And Leonyema must compensate me for keeping me in the airport for almost 5 hours. Yes, I must be compensated. Because now UK, the government will compensate me. I said the government, the airline will compensate me. I must be compensated. If not, that's why we have the drag down, they go every time at the reference to them. Every time. Because no. Okay, there was this lady and a guy that was going to Agbo. Agbo na Delta State, right? So they needed to land in Edo and go to Agbo. So the lady have a business in Agbo, but the guy have a meeting in Agbo by that same day on Friday by 6 p.m. So he missed the meeting and he's supposed to return back to Lagos first thing in the morning. So, and it was a family meeting. He missed it. This man was almost crying at the airport, regretting himself. We can't continue like this. We cannot. Epis just started. Now maybe I'm not going to let this one continue because something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. If flights day now say na staff, now they misbehave, they beg for money, say they want to spoil your name. Flight was nowhere to be found. Flight not day airport. He not day. Or maybe the airport now say na key lost. They say we don't see key of flights. They'll say, they want me to let my fail because na Igbo man. Make it fail. Flight no day ground. He no day. It was nowhere to be found. We need to speak up. Before I continue, I have people calling. Let me take this call. Mr. Sonny Okoso, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Mr. Elvis, Happy New Year. God bless you, my brother.
Happy New Year, sir.
God bless you. Mr. Elvis, I beg this Elvis matter, not God, I go deliver us.
Madam Rita, I can see you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Last year, August, when April just started, this is the London route.
Yeah.
I was campaigning for April. Let us use our national carrier. Now, this is our national carrier in Nigeria.
And I did too.
This is our own.
Yes.
Let us use it. I was campaigning for April.
Every of my panelists did, yeah. All of us did.
So reach airport. First of all, the seat that I booked, they changed the seat. Then we enter aircraft. The aircraft was so old. The screen, they use old tissue paper to hold it together. But this man said they have a brand new aircraft that they bought to carry people not to UK. This is sorry, from UK to Nigeria. We were in the aircraft for 1 hour 30 minutes. What are we waiting for? Why are we being kept in the aircraft for 1 hour 30 minutes? You ask the crew member, no answer, nothing, no information. Then the captain announced, look, my people, you know our people now, when we are going to Nigeria, we pack a lot of bags, we pack a lot of things. So we have been trying to load the bag. I said, Jesus Christ. Where do you get this kind of thing? This is not the first time I'm flying to Nigeria. Is it not the same people that are following BA, Virgin, Lufthansa, KLM to Nigeria that enter Airpeace? Is there any other people? Did they go and pack baggage from other places to come to enter Airpeace? That was what happened. And
thank
when
you.
the flight finally took off, the food they serve us, oh Jesus Christ, what they say is a Molina. It is like all this short, you know, this shortbread biscuit. Shortbread biscuit. Look, it is an embarrassment, a shame. When I was to return, I was supposed to fly on the 30th of August. Then on the 28th, I had food poisoning. I nearly died in Nigeria. They sent me to Airline, to Airpeace. Look, this man is sick, will not travel. He said, okay. When I was supposed to travel, Airpeace said that I have to pay additional money. I had to pay one kind of money like that. With the price they were giving to me was terrible. And that time my wife, look, please, because they have to return me back to the UK with a wheelchair. The food poisoning was so aggressive, I nearly died. You know, they have to return me back to the UK with a wheelchair. I said to him, look, with this kind of condition, I will not even fly with Airpeace.
Thank you, sir.
My wife had to buy PA for me, you know, for me to return to the UK. The money I pay for additional package to come. Airpeace tell me said they are not returning anything. That whatever I paid, everything is gone. That there's nothing they can do. That they are sorry that I fell sick and also and so forth. That there's nothing they can do. You know, since then, I've been telling people, please don't buy Airpeace. Look, this kind of embarrassment is too much. There was nobody on that flight that day that was not complaining.
Thank you, sir.
And even the people that are even encouraged to buy, they have been complaining about this. What kind of embarrassment is this? You know, it is too bad. It is too bad, to be honest with you. So I thank God that you brought up this issue today, and I'm happy that people are seeing it. What the man is just saying, where should come out and be speaking blah 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 blah. You know, it's an embarrassment. He should just go carry his aircraft and go and be using it to carry people that are going to Hajj and all this.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you, really good.
Thank you, sir. God bless you too. Thank you. Okay. I saw a comment that I need to respond to. Now, not say for this platform, I respond to anybody. So me, I know you to send you like that. So in case, where is it? Where you dey? Might find you again because. Okay, yes, Ikechukwu Oyendeka. It's very unfortunate that your first comment is you have a body language of nepotism and favoritism. In fact, on ethnicism as well. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Is it not wrong to use your personal experience to generalize and castigate an entire airline? Just imagine just imagine what you wrote. You are one of us. You have been with us now for a while. I'm not going to insult you, but still, just imagine. In case your comments have everything to do with favoritism, nepotism, and ethnicism. Yes. I'm telling you, I played about 5 videos, right? These 5 videos that I played before I started talking, these 5 videos all together were posted online for the past 18 months, right? Then, before I now brought mine in, what I should be seeing or hearing or reading from you is to criticize this act. But if you see this now, according to your name and what you wrote, everything has everything to do with nepotism, favoritism, and ethnicism. That is why we are not going anywhere. That is why we are not going anywhere. Yes, that is why we are not going anywhere. We have a long way to go, to be honest. A very long way to go. Because many of us, when they talk for here, if now Tinubu, I talk now, say Tinubu Airline, the one now take pack home. Tinubu na bad person. If now Atiku, the one now take pack home. But if you reach our own, no, Mr. Elvis is now automatically a bad person. We have a long way to go. I'm just on my
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Are they boarding Molue or are they boarding aircraft?
My aircraft before, sir.
Now aircraft they board like that. Or now are you sure? No be Molue boss.
No, na aircraft. In fact, check the one where I take. Might show you the one where I take. I say I have evidence that I'm not going to reveal today. Notice I be baby. I study film and media, and I know how investigative journalism work. This I go come here and I'll push that. I'll show everything today.
Now down for boss be that. I be na airplane. I'm still asking.
No, the one where me take go back. Check and make una see. How do I put it? Oh, darling, just watch. Let me mute it. See, this one na arrow. As I want come up for Benin this morning. Una see na arrow be this. As I want come up for Benin this morning. You know, although the flag that they use the not right arrow, put the right Kali. I never seen that one before. Why I see that one? Because it be as it get, but that this one now it be this. You now see how everything take be for this flight. Everything was peaceful. They delayed for 15 minutes. They arrived in Lagos for 20 minutes. The flight stabilized and parked for 30 minutes. Everything was beautiful. This one at Benin Airport. Now me the record so. You say, so what are you talking about? You are writing this kind of comment? We should be ashamed of ourselves.
Mr. Elvis, can you show that video where they are rushing to enter the plane? You know, that one at the beginning where people are rushing like as if they are like a stampede. Did you say that is?
I show just now. People they'll play back and you know, I don't remove all of them. Rewind back, you see, I played it just now.
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, but that is so damning. That I've never seen that anywhere in the world.
Let me tell you, sir. If you want to know more about Airpeace, just write Airpeace flight for Google or Instagram or Facebook. You go see a lot of complaints, you go tire. And I dey see them since I heard by the pretend until this happened to me on Friday. Let me take this call quickly. Thank you, Lord. God is my strength, man. Good evening to you. Talk to us. Thank you, man.
Good evening, happy first Sunday of the year 2025, the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I want to say I thank everyone for coming out today. You see, like, Mommy Diaspora, good evening, ma, and everyone on the panel, Mr. Jonathan, everybody Mokinyo. Okay, happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my sister. God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, with this Airpeace of a thing, it's a shame. It's really a shame that the only thing that I remember when Airpeace wanted to start, all of us here on this platform, I said that, they're against him because of his evil.
Exactly.
I remember every one of us was saying that, because he's evil, they want to sabotage his work and all that. And for me, I would say this is so disappointing. My husband wants to go to Nigeria. I was even telling, oh, join Air Peace. And he just told me categorically that he's not going to join Air Peace, that we take his normal flight. I thank God that he told me that no, he's not going to follow Air Peace. It's so disappointing. And are we going to say it's the government that did this? This is a private job. This is a private airline. It's not Nigeria Airways. This is so, oh my God. It's as if they are entering one way. Look at the way they are rushing to get in because they have already said they are going to take 500 people. It's not good. I think he needs to really go back to the drawing board. It's to remove, take all his plane and just make it to be local. Concentrate on Nigeria first before you can think of going abroad. And there have to be something that is happening. I don't know, but this is a big disappointment to us that we have already hyped this man and now look at how everywhere.
And when are they hype am? When are they hype am? All these hypocrite people there, none of them blame you. Say, hey, Mr. Ivy, stop, you do the hype. No, you see the hypocrisy. No remorsefulness, they don't have remorse. They are heartless.
That's what she said. So this is really need to really come back and apologize to a lot of people. And I don't know why. If it's other airline, they will keep compensation. Nigeria will never give. It's not right. If you look how to do this thing and do it well, if it's not ready, if you pack up, please. Quickly, I'll go to Atiku and Kwankwaso. You see our Nigeria, our leaders in Nigeria, all they think of is how to come out and rule. They don't think about how they are going to govern the country in a good way. All they think about is choose one person, choose me, let me come and rule. All our leaders are rulers. They are not leaders. And this thing, we should know it. Kwankwaso and Atiku, where are they going? Obi, Igbo people have never been in government. What are they dragging? Dragging with Obi. Obi is the youngest. I'm not saying that Igbo was South. We in the South, we have already got it, which is Tulumbu. So we don't know what's going to happen next. But I think we should go and rest. It is enough. It is enough. What's he going to do in Asuro? What did he leave there that is still going to pick up? We should be very wary of this article. He has something in his mind. Thank you, Rajawa.
Thank you, man. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. You see, listen, I've said this before, my wonderful people. Today now, I've built some haters now. But let me tell you, we are not going anywhere because if you always want us to say things that will please you, we are not going anywhere. And you know me for a while that I can never come on air to assume. No way. I will only come on air with facts, not to assume. And in case we present something that is not fact here, then that means it must be coming from a third party. It must be coming from a third party. This one is coming directly from me, not from a third party. So some of you, hypocrisy is your biggest problem. Hypocrisy. The time why they use this platform, they fight for Aleloyema. Say, make una live on. Una no want me Igbo man progress. Una no want me the rule. Una no want me they do this one. But today, una now know now say this one not be about that they attack him again. His plane was nowhere to be found. So if for any reason they deliberately do that, then the pilot should be sacked and make it public. Simple. And everybody have been complaining. Be sacking your pilot all the time. Or pilot need to explain to everybody publicly why be say you dey delay for 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes cancel flight for the whole day. When I see Don Pedro Obaseki, they talk just now, and I say for 2 days in the airport, 2 days. That one, Obaseki brother, the former governor of Edo State, the brother Don Pedro, he don't come here. Now he first complain just now, right? Abona not saying just now. So now me go still beg that one, man. Now me go grab that one. My plan me get case says some of them are not seeing.
It will be the first flight out of Lagos.
What's happened?
All other destinations, this has refused to carry more than 500 passengers to Benin. Passengers from the last 2 days.
Just imagine, look at this. Then somebody get the mind to write, say, blah, 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 blah. You be my person. When my person write like this, the only advice I get for you is just change. It no matter whether Papa will be talking about now. Hypocrisy is our biggest problem in Nigeria, man. Hypocrisy. We have a long way to go. Yes, we have a long way to go. But meanwhile, I would like to quickly switch. For Edo State, I have a long video to upload on Nigeria Watch, but I would like to quickly reference to just a little bit. When I visited Edo State for Igwe Festival, I went and I left immediately. 24 hours later, I was already out of Benin. I didn't have the time to move around, but this time I get the time where I take move around. I want to tell you now, say, me personally, I want to apologize to the way me take criticize Obaseki. I want to apologize. Yes, the way I take criticize Obaseki, because my eyes see things for Edo, my eyes not close. I can say, wow, the King Square, all this area, I don't really know their names, all those Kada Plaza area and all that, people will know those areas. By the way, some hypocrite people for this platform now says, "Where will win now?" They know they sit there for this platform again. Now, Obaseki now, Obaseki. I want to see them again. Hypocrisy everywhere. Not make me want to follow and do all those things now. That make me toss everybody just did their own. I know I can never change. When I work out, I go personally. Somebody came to this platform to say that ShopRite is not functioning. Say, for ShopRite is rubbish. I went to ShopRite in Benin City by myself today. Guess what, my people? I was shocked. I was like, what? Wait till be this. Obaseki. Let me play this for you. I went with my team, with my squad. Let's see this quickly. I'll mute it because I'll put the full one on air. This is ShopRite. Okay. This is the whole, all this area now that you are seeing, right? I'm going to go inside this ShopRite. Okay. This is ShopRite. Standard. And that's okay. I tell my team, say, okay, make we drive, go inside. I and my security team say, go see what they happen for here. We enter ShopRite. I mute time, but I'll put the full video because we've never edit time. Some things when we talk, I know I make it, not everything I want to come out. I was shocked. And I want to say thank you to our Governor Obaseki on this. I want to say thank you. Apart from ShopRite, because some of you now will be devil go talk and say, oh, now only ShopRite. I went through so many places and I was shocked. Even though I'm still not satisfied with the development of my state, how me want I may be. But I was shocked. Say, no. Let's say things how it is. The man not try, he not try. But I will not support the statement say he failed woefully. No, it's not possible. I parked. Then I said, okay, let me calm down. Network is failing. Can you guys hear me on the panel?
I can.
Yes, we can.
Thank you, sir. Okay. I can't say make I go look. all the way from Kada Plaza, just they come, go past Oba Palace, go past all this. See, man, I'm sorry, it be like European standard. All this area, inside GROA, everywhere be like European standard. I'm telling you guys. It be like European standard. I was like, wow. When could they talk things how it be now? Regardless of what. Even though for me, I'm not satisfied with whatever they are doing, but what I saw today, that is in Edo State by myself. Now, maybe this, not be the same person sent me. I was with my security men squad. I moved around by myself. I was like, oh, don't worry, the full video and the comparison of Lagos, I also record Lagos when I arrived today. I will post all of them on Nigeria Watch. You can go watch all of them. I just wanted to bring this in so that you can see. You can see. Even the ShopRite way they here is they standard pass all the ShopRite we don't follow for island. I'm not even talking about mainland. Island. Because I they go ShopRite and there they do my shopping. We they lucky phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3. This one is more standard than all. We should calm down. It's very, very important we calm down. But I'll post the full video. I just wanted you guys to see. That's the two things I wanted to show today. God bless you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I'd like to appreciate Madam Stella Imaseredo once again. Osevenge Omede, thank you very much. Madam Peggy Modi, thank you very much. God bless you all. I'm very, very grateful for the super chat. Guys, press on the like button. If you know, so you don't press on the like button, I'm very, very grateful. If you know you have not yet done so, please, you can do that now. God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I have Mr. Pansat here with us. I don't know whether he did rush or if he can wait, but let me ask him first. I bet we could not first, Mr. Jonathan.
I don't agree with that. Yeah, I am rushing too. I had to come here to speak. So, Mr. Pansat, you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. A lot of us, yeah, and Mr. Short broadcast. So I'm already disagreeing before you even explain. Thank you. And good afternoon, Mr. Pansat.
I know, so I know they always prioritize, and not because of that. It's not always having the time, you know. If I say make I take okay, Mr. Pastor, you can wait, right?
Yes, I can. Especially after Madam Rita objected, we not wearing any helmet, make it not break out. I can wait. Thank you for the.
Mr. Pastor, wait. Just wait.
I do. Often I decline actually often. Because I appreciate it. Okay. Mr. Elvis is just being, customary and respectful. I appreciate it, sir, but I can wait.
Now, so Mr. Alex be now, not be only Mr. Pansat at the
Mr. Alex is in Amaba. Mr. Pansat is in the United States. There's a difference.
No, it don't matter. How come I know they prioritize Honorable Sammy more from where they join us on
Mr. Elvis.
I always prioritize Mr. Alex. Because I don't want to make that my brother talk and move on. Yeah.
Mr. Elvis, please, you have to explain it, but this is 2025. We all know why we add Mr. Alex, because you know electricity is limited, and of course, I don't know how the connection is in Edo State, so you prioritize him. If in the case of Honorable Sam is always saying he's patient. The only time he knows that he wants to leave, or when the time is different, Mr. Sam would ask and say, you know what, I really gonna go to bed right now. It's pretty late. Then we allow him. But in the case of Mr. Pansat, Mr. Pansat is in the United States. Everybody's busy too. Yes.
Okay, let's move on. The first person on the panel is Madam Patricia Tagbojemi. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Good evening to you. You have your 8 minutes. Please talk to us.
Good evening.
Okay, you are not there. Okay, I can hear you, man. Thank you, sir. Okay, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Those on the comment section, of course, Nigerians at large. Wherever you are hearing me from, good morning, good afternoon. Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much for all that you do. May the Lord continue to strengthen you. Before I proceed, please, let us hit on the like and share button. It's important. The dollar too
is also very, very important because the laborer is worthy of his wages. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Ives, it's clear that the panelists, of course, Madam Rita, Mr. Jonathan, is that Mama Esho? No, Abdul Malik, and then Pansat. Good evening to you. It's clear that the so-called elite, they don't want to give up on letting Nigeria be, because I don't understand the dragging of who will lead. If they say they are coming together to unseat the incumbent government, then I think they should have been able to put their heads together and already know who is more popular among them and let that person take the lead. Like I said yesterday, none of these people are interested in Nigerians. We are just deceiving ourselves. We are. None of them are interested in Nigerians. None of them. All of them, they are of the same calibers, the same kind of people. They have the same objectives, and the objectives is to come and loot. The elephant, the big elephant, which is the Nigeria, so-called Nigeria resources. The so-called is, there's a reason why it's so-called, because I don't know if it's in other places they will call it Nigeria or they will call it our own, my own. But when it comes to the people that they want the oil that everybody is holding their straw to suck from, some even put a pipe to it, you know. Some are drawing with buckets, some are drawing with straw, some are drawing with pipe. It's our own. But these people that are saying it's our own, our resources, I don't think if it's in their region or in their state, they will ever allow anybody to be calling it our own. My message is to the leaders of South. You people can see. Una not fit to lead, and now that one me I dey ask. Una not fit to lead. Now I get resources. Now everyone they oppress. Now they say they okay. Una not fit to lead. Una not tired. Both the traditional rulers and the lead and the political class. I'm addressing you people. Are you people not tired? Somebody want to do 8 years, give on to the other one. Abi, the other might people they're not fit to lead. We are prince and princesses. We are born so. And wait follow us. Don't be boast. Wait, they follow us. That's why you see everywhere we are. That's where you find all the resources in Nigeria. Not be boast. It is from above. From above. Now not fit to lead. When I go tire to the get these people, that one go pass on to now ball where they play. Nigeria turn to ball. Answer go pass on to Yoruba. Yoruba will pass on to answer. The other ones, see, these ones where they cry say they not get people, they marginalize them. The East, Southeast. How many senators do they have? 15 in that 5 plot of land. See, they have 15 senators. The biggest landmass. Where did they get the resources? How many senators do we have? How many? Look, we are out for you people. Who are not noticing that before. Our eye don't open, and me, I ready. And not be only me. All of us ready. We go dig out this thing. This Nigeria one and they say naib now swear. We go really know the owner of this place. Me and they call Nigeria because now sure Flora Shaw and your boyfriend now give a Nigeria. Okay, so it's time the leaders, elders, and traditional rulers of South. We're not fit to lead. When I go stop to be like Jacob, Esau, when he sold his own inheritance for porridge, for a pot of porridge, when I go stop him enslaving your people. When Jonathan, when he ruled, God, by God making, not be by people voting for him. So nobody can even call say South don't be. Nobody can be saying that. If they do and all that, Jonathan would have not become. So anybody saying, I think South don't lead that, they don't lead that. Look, you are deceiving yourself. You are a deceiver. You cannot deceive me. Because then you people did not vote for Jonathan. It was by sheer luck he managed to smear that place. So what are we talking about? Now go pass on. Nigeria don't to ball one at the play. This one saying I ain't go rule now. The other one saying I ain't. Where they pass 8 years, the other one come pass 4 years. Where is the South person? According to now, South, I don't know where I get that from. South person in this your equation. Where is it? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found, Abi. But their resources is good enough to use. And you call it your own resources, Nigeria resources. Shame on all of you. Shame. Airpiece. Mr. Elvis, not be today. My ear don't fool. Even this one where they fly go London, so you get one small girl where they frustrate for there. She they cry that day for TikTok. I see the girl. Small girl, 17 years. They're frustrated. 17. What do we talk about? They don't plenty. Not be look. They need to learn to do things in a proper way. What do you know say they go do to you where you know go like, not done to somebody else? That one are the first principle. And we get them for our place. We not go deliberately they do people now. No, we not be like that. We not be like that. People will go deliberately go they do pour poison for people, other people to they drink. What do you think? What do you expect? Only few, maybe 1%. Nine not get this kind of attitude. Only 1%. So when you see some people that are angry, join this the arrogant character, arrogancy, where they display everywhere. They are not having any remorse, no remorse. They are not remorseful. They are irredeemable. What do you mean that? I beg, Mr. Elvis, thank God you yourself your eye don't see. I don't talk more. Far years go open. Gradually, we will get there. Now that one now will take end. Thank you. I go hang on here.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Patricia. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for your submission. God bless you. Okay, I'd like us to just move on now to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, can you hear me, man? Good evening to you.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. Good evening. I love you, Mommy Diaspora. I love you, Mama. Good afternoon, Madam Patricia, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Pansat, and Mr. Malik, and everyone who's watching from home right now. Okay, I'm just gonna be very quick, Mr. Elvis. I might step away very, very soon, so I'll probably have to speak very, very fast. I'm gonna go first with the airline issue that you talked about. It's very unfortunate, Mr. Elvis, that you went through that. It's not funny. If you've ever been in a delayed flight anywhere in the world, there's a feeling that's so annoying. You feel like screaming, but you can't. And thank God, I'm very happy that you listened to us when we told you to get some Ankara. You know, that's not Ankara, but you look very nice anyway. That's very nice style and trendy. I just want to say that, Mr. Elvis, in the picture of the ShopRite. Okay, there are several issues here regarding this flight delay. I was doing some research and I found out that according to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, when you are delayed for more than 2 hours, I'm not too sure about the word now, you are supposed to be refunded 30% of the money you spent on your flight once it's over 2 hours delay. I have to look for that text. I think I always check your WhatsApp. I sent to you. There's regulations, about flight delays, about flights and all that for Nigeria. I'm not talking international now, for Nigeria, domestic flights. And we should all go into that. But holistically, I've seen what is going on right now. The major issue is involving Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, and NCAA, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, and NCAR, that's Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulation, including Festus Keyamo, who is the Minister of Aviation. That's one aspect. The other aspect now is the airline. Alan Onyema, it's over 1 year. I have been seeing so many complaints, and there was somebody that I know, and she actually put it out on Facebook. She was fanning herself on a flight going back to London, and she was saying there was no air condition. It was horrible. It was horrible, and she's in business class. It was horrible. She was fanning herself like, this is what I'm going through. In less than 24 hours, she was contacted, she was compensated, and they gave her something complimentary, which she didn't mention, but she said, it's really, really good to speak out so that they learn. It's not really out of hatred. So, Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for actually speaking out with your experience, because if you're an influencer, really, if you're an influencer and you're somebody who is really known, and you put out there what you are going through that can be fixed, or somehow there's some sort of solution, put it out, put yourself out there, show your experiences. Perhaps Alan Onyema might not listen to somebody who is not so influential as Mr. Elvis. Perhaps Mr. Elvis has a lot of followers. If you put it out on the social media handle, then okay, we don't have to wait for Tiwa Savage or somebody big or Davido to say, okay, see what he's experiencing, in Airpeace. Let's start from somewhere. Speaking out doesn't mean you hate the person. That is like extracting a wisdom to Nigerians over the years. Think that when you criticize, when you talk about something that's not right, continuously, you hate that person or you hate that organization. That is not the truth. And I know that Alan Onyema, the kind of person he is, based on how he has expressed himself, he's the type that is open to criticisms because he wants to do better. It's a business. You think he doesn't want his business to thrive? Of course he wants to. So if Mr. Elvis is bringing out his experience here, whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, this is not even about tribe now. This is customer service. Customer service. Alan Onyema, sir, please work on your logistics. I know these other authorities I just mentioned, there are issues surrounding this, and it also involves, why domestic flights are being cancelled. There's so many issues. It's not just the airline. Mr. Elvis, you went back with Aero. You were lucky. Many people have had issues with Aero too. I have in the past. Disappointment. So there's so many issues on ground. But I was reading one publication from this day, and it was headed by the Director General of NCAA, Captain Chris Najomo, and he was, they actually wanted to address flight cancellations, in delays and then solutions. And Mr. Elvis, I think I sent that link to you. I'm not so sure, but and then there's something that really captured me when I looked at that publication. There are two things there, and they had that meeting this year, so it's very recent. As at September 2024, September alone, there are 5,000 plus domestic flights. They had 2,000 plus delays. They had 79 cancellations. As at October of 2024, they have 5,513 flights. It actually increased like 100 flights more, I guess, because it's getting to the UTAD and people are traveling back and forth. And then they had 2,791 delay, and they had 111 cancellations. Only October alone. Are you telling me that those flights, those delays, and those cancellations was just Airpeace? It wasn't. It wasn't. So, and I don't want to talk about these solutions and reasons why these things are happening. But at the end of the day, the infrastructure is not there. I was looking at one of the things we were talking about. Nigerian aviation industry, the infrastructure is not there, especially when it comes to the UTAD season. We don't have infrastructure that can actually take the capacity of people that are flying, even from international back and forth. We don't. And the way these airlines have treated people that they don't even know that they're supposed to be compensated. You know, people are fighting and then they're breaking things. If you are delayed in Accra, Ghana, I have been delayed there before. If you have been delayed there, you will not, nobody will see, you dare not start breaking things in the airline. You won't do it. But because we are Nigerians, because of how the system has made many of us so wild, people are breaking things and even fighting the staff. But in essence, it's not really the staff that's the cause of the problem. The airline has logistics issues. The Nigeria aviation industry is a big issue, and we are lacking infrastructure for the capacity of people who are going through airline. And besides, anybody now in Nigeria would know, because of this insecurity, many people are not traveling by road. It's not everybody that can afford by flight. However, there's an increase in people who are flying. So therefore, is Nigerian government willing to give us the infrastructure to take the increased number of flights? The airline operators, are they able to look at the logistics? Because logistics is very important. If you have a bad logistics manager, Alenoyema, if you have a bad logistic manager, it will affect your flights. Definitely. Anybody in that kind of industry understands. It's very dicey, and they have to deal with issues with what they call it, birds flying or weather and all that. They have what they call sunset states and sunshine states. They are different codes. So I don't want to really go into deep into that, but these are the things that people are experiencing on a daily basis. Those statistics I gave you for those 2 months, it's not just EPIs. It's because of your experience now. Yes, it's a holistic issue. It's not just the airline operators, it's actually the Nigerian aviation industry itself. So I just pray that, they can do better. And if the roads were good, hey, how many people are going to be flying? Really, who has the money to fly? We all know how much it is, Mr. Elvis. I'm sure you can share to us how much is like even just economy seats, local flights in domestic flights in Nigeria. It's expensive. It is expensive. So I just want to say that. And then the second issue, the video that you played, about USA, you apologized to former Governor Obaseki, about how you criticize him. I don't think you should have apologized, but maybe that's your reason. That is just my opinion. There's nothing to apologize to. Looking at ShopRite, how everything was all looking peaches and cream for you and all that, that
it's not about ShopRite.
Oh no, you mentioned you went all over.
Things that I saw, my head big.
Mr. Elvis,
yes.
I know you went, you said you went all over. I just said, fine, yes. But for me, I will still stand, and I'm very proud of myself for my criticisms. Because if I was not criticizing, if everybody here who was criticizing this government was not talking, just like we talked about during this almost selling our lands to all other, making the House of Assembly sign our land to the people from the north, then Governor Baseko wouldn't have been on his toe. However, I believe in one thing. When it comes to Nigerian politicians, Nigerian governors, the more you look, the less you see. I'm going to leave it like that. The more you look, the less you see. I'm just going to leave it that way.
Let Okpebolo continue.
Okay, we are waiting for that one. We are waiting for Okpebolo. Is it November? It's 2 months now. Yeah, it's almost 2 months now. Okay, we are looking. And I am coming to criticize when I need to criticize. Moving along, I didn't watch it.
The movie is not finished. No moving along.
It has finished. Okay.
When I say Elvis, we will start to criticize you very well now.
Why you want to criticize me?
Because you sometimes they make something they let you punch person.
Please, can you give Mr. Elvis?
Why? If Obaseki na your friend, let it be your friend. So you never see all the things they do for Benin. You never see what he built for Benin. Now today you tell us why they advertise for us. We know everything what you do for Benin.
Why you don't go Benin?
No, I don't go Benin. Forget all this way they talk.
No, I don't want to record anything. Time they go. Time they go.
Time they go.
Then we continue the broadcast.
Interrupting me now. Let me have my closing.
No, your minister is over, Madam. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We will continue later.
Okay, just in case I might step out, but I'll be here.
All right. No wahala. Thank you, man. You know, anybody that think that my findings you don't like it, buy ticket and go to Benin and do your findings. Don't come here to tell me how I can do my findings. I went to Benin by myself. I carry men around by myself. You are telling me I did see all your comment for comment section since.
Now women you go carry before.
You know, I beg, let me speak, Bo. I don't like those kind of entanglements. You know, I can't, you're telling me, man, I let you now speak. Why must you speak for me when I went to do a research by myself?
You don't talk your own now. We will talk our own too.
And then I saw you for talk. You say, okay, you talk your way, my content. Not say you say, no, make I wait, make una talk him. No. I went there by myself.
Now you won't jump on for fence.
Oh, which one be fence? It's not about fence. We are not in a politics era. This is the best time. I went there, I saw things. The last time I visited Edo, I was disappointed. You know, the last time I visited, I was disappointed during the time of election, and I could not even move everywhere because everywhere was too hot. This time, I was settled. I went for Igwe festival. I could not move everywhere because our Igwe was at night. The next morning, I don't take off. Now, car will take on. We arrive in the evening. We do our Igwe. First thing in the morning, we don't enter road. So this one is okay. Let me drive around. May I see, and I saw things. You know, they tell me say make I women I can't talk. I'm not waiting for anybody to talk. Talk your own and talk my own. And anybody that is not happy, take camera there by yourself. Most of the people criticizing. Are you not Ibini? Why can't you record a brief video? Some people are Ibini there. They'll talk like parrots. You record the bad side and let's see. I'm telling you, and the only thing I'm not even saying is that all the King Square, the GROA, the Sapler Road, all this area, I will upload video. If you are not baffled, if you are not surprised, that means you are satanic. What talk am I be? What do you concern me concern Obaseki? Obaseki, is this still a governor? Let's say things I raise now. If you see a governor now, they say, okay, do I look like somebody that is looking for their favor? Now, what I see, and I was impressed. I have to even do comparisons with the area where I live in Lagos. Say, wow, I started recording today because I want to pile everything together as a vlog to put it on air. If he failed, what my stand is that for some of us, which I'm part of, saying that, okay, he failed. Fine. At least the percentage should be given. Say, person, your faith from 100%. No, that one, it be as it gets. Because when did me see, I'm part of people that say that Edo State dirty, they smell. But the video where I show now, or where I will see later, is a Europe standard. I feel like person where they go buy a drink for account, they talk and earphone on air. It's God forbid. I'm bigger than that by God's grace. I saw things, I was like, what be this? I was asking my team, they say, although Obaseki for do this way for the but this area, everywhere looks so clean. Everywhere, I was like, what? In fact, if maybe now after 1 year I visited though, if person tell me say now where will do I for believe? I was say, okay, now where will can't do everything. And because of where will as Margarita talk, I just now say almost 2 months now. I know say there's no way where will to do all this infrastructure. Nah. So Obaseki have the credit. Let's say it is. Thank you. Jaja, thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. My pocket never run dry. I appreciate every one of you right there. I would like to come to Mr. Jonathan before Mr. Pansat. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir. You know, say, when they talk where, and they like to stress on that matter. Now, only 8 minutes you get, please utilize.
For today, Avi, thank you. Thank you very much. I greet you, Mr. Elvis. God bless you. Thank you for the good work you are doing. Fellow panelists, I greet you all. God bless you all. Happy Sunday to everyone. I greet Mommy Diaspora. God bless you abundantly, man. And all the callers, I greet each and every one of you. God bless you all. And the commenters, I greet you all. Welcome. You see, on that last subject that you are talking about, it's part of our problem in Nigeria, a serious one in Nigeria, where we don't appreciate what we have. It still does not take the fact that Nigeria is not an organized society. Nigeria is not organized. It's completely flawed society. But at the same time, we don't showcase our own our own best enough. I can say for free here, I've been to many countries, and when I say many, I mean many. There are places I will show you in New York. You will say your worst enemy will not go to America. There are places I can show you in Atlanta. There are places I can show you in Florida. There are places I can show you in Minnesota. You will say your worst enemy will not go there. There are places I can show you in London, Leicester, Manchester, Liverpool. These are places that I've been. There are places that I will show you in those cities. You will say your worst enemy will not go there. There are places I will show you in Sydney, Australia. There are places I will show you in Auckland, New Zealand. There are places I will show you in Berlin, in Germany, in Frankfurt, in Germany, in Rostock, in Germany, in Munich, in Germany. You will say your worst enemy will not come to these countries. But we don't see those pictures. We don't see them. My own country here, my adopted country here in Canada, I remember when they hosted the Olympics. The same thing, Australia did the same thing also. When they hosted the Winter Olympics a few years back, my city here in Vancouver, there are places where they block international media. You can't go there. They barricaded the place. No, from all entrances to, because those places are eyesore. I'm saying this. I'm not in a derogatory way, but I'm just juxtaposing it with Nigeria. The places that we've presented today, Benin City, those are places that if they are showing that in America, people are seeing that portion in America. They are seeing it often. They will say they want to come and visit that city. Our media is also not doing a good job. They are not doing a good job in that regard. So we need to present our own. It still does not take the fact that Nigeria is a society that is not organized completely. Nigeria is a messed up, space. That is not debatable at all. So I will briefly go to the main topic. I will dwell on them briefly because I think you have exhausted it very well. That sometimes, as I say, picture speaks louder, than words. We've seen the video, all the videos that you presented, But before I come to that earpiece thing, I want to quickly jump on this Kwankwaso, Atiku, and Peter Obi coming together. You see, all these northern people, all these northern politicians in Nigeria, those people are not only deceptive, they are crooked set of people. All of that, everything they said, they want to, Kwankwaso saying that, Atiku and Kwankwaso will get 4 years each, and then Obi will get 8 years each. From where did they get that from? That they will even get 4 years in the first place? What gives Kwankwaso and Atiku the belief that power will come to the north come 2027 or even 2031? This entitlement, this entitlement sense that they carry, as if Nigeria is there for them alone, it's not only appalling, it is so, I don't know, unpatriotic and selfish, self-centered. I don't know what they are thinking. Are they the only ones in Nigeria or even in northern Nigeria that we only have to be patronizing these 2, 3, 4 people every election cycle, propagating themselves? They should just, as my sister would say here, they should just enter house. This is a different space in Nigeria now politically. For me, I don't think they even have the likes of Kwankwaso Atiku. I don't even think any one of them will near power the way Nigeria is right now. They are so deceptive. Where did they get the idea that they will get 4 years each? They are distributing the power even before the people can even talk, because they know that people will vote, but they will do the counting. So sickening. They've taken Nigerians for granted. You have not been selected within your party. You don't even know the party under which that you will run. You have not campaigned. You are already positioning yourself that you are going to get 4 years, and this one will get 4 years, and this one. What is it? What they are taking that country for granted, and the people sharing power amongst themselves, even before 2-3 years before elections, 8 years to 16 years before election. Very crooked set of people. And then, to come to this Oyema thing, for me, earpiece, that airline is not, unfortunately, there is nothing peaceful about that airline from what I've seen. There is nothing peaceful about that airline at all. There's nothing peaceful. Rather, the entire Nigerian, the airline industry in Nigeria is totally unprepared. That industry is still unprepared. That industry is still reckless. The way and manner at which we are seeing them doing things, they're so reckless, unprepared. A country where standard is non-existent. There is no standard. That's it. That's a testament. Where standard has been compromised on the altar of profit and greed. This is greed. There's nothing else. And as my fellow panelists, I believe Madam Rita has alluded to, this airline should be sanctioned. There is no ifs or buts about it. They should be sanctioned, effectively sanctioned. What is the difference between the stampede that we saw in December that took the lives of many Nigerians and this until it happens, right? That's what they are waiting for, right? Until people will stampede themselves in an attempt to enter an airplane. We are waiting for that, Abi. We are waiting for that disaster to happen, to occur, before you now start talking. This is the time to sanction them. And for that airline, there is serious need, a serious one, for damage control. The chairman of that airline must come out and do that. They must start it since yesterday. The boarding process was not only shameful, it was so unsafe. They're so animalistic in nature, behaving like animals. Look at people boarding as if, I'm still asking the question, are they boarding Molue or are they boarding Danfo in Lagos? Because there is no difference. Just juxtapose that with the stampede again that we all saw in Nigeria in December. This is just right December year. We can still say a few days ago. What's the difference? What's the difference between the former queen that has now been that is in prison now, and Oriyomi that is also in prison, and the principal of the school that is in prison, and this one, the people? Is it until when people die? I mean, it's so. I see this airline as it's the airline where it's eating more than it can chew because of profit, greed. Because they're starting every airline. That's why some people like to take the first flight of the day, even if it is 5 a.m. Because the process, once the airline miss that first flight, 5 a.m. flight, 4:35 flight or 5:30 a.m. flight, the whole process for the entire day has been disrupted. Remember, it is the same year flight, the same year plane that will leave Benin and come to Lagos and go back. But he missed the 5:30 flight. He left Benin at 8 instead of 5:30. The entire day there will be delay or two. And it's not Nigeria where they have multiple planes that they will say, okay, this one in Benin has delay. Let's put another one in Lagos that will take over. They don't have that capacity. That's why I said they are unprepared. The first flight is essential. So unprofessional and inefficient. And when I say they are totally unprepared, and fully, they are not equipped at all. It is in Nigeria that they will delay a flight for one man. I've seen it in Abuja to Lagos. One man. One big man, as they say in Nigeria. Flight that's supposed to leave at 4 a.m. One man is still sitting somewhere at Transcorp. And the man will they will delay the flight for that man. And the entire process will be, that's why I said it is, a country, there is no standard. Greed. That is what is killing, and I believe, again, I will call on the airline, Mr. Oyema, to immediately go on this damage control mission. You must embark on this damage control mission effectively. You have no alternative. You must do this. Mr. Evans, I will leave it there for now. Thank you very much.
Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for your submission. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. I'd like us to just move on right now. Before that, I'd like to appreciate you, Jaja. Thank you very much for super chat once again. And God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Pansat, we are finally here for you. Please unmute yourself, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, fellow panelists, those in the comment section, and Nigerians at large who are listening to us. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope we'll have a much, much better year this year. Mr. Elvis, I'm sorry about what you had to go through in that ordeal, your flight going there. But I must say, you were styling, you were going in style. We saw you at that Benin airport with your crew. On the other serious issue about airline, Onyema's airline, Airpeace, I must say that the approach in which you introduced this stuff, obviously, some of us are not media people like me. I'm not a media person. I know that it's a vertical, it's a professional vertical. They have their own interest, the way they do things, that we lay people don't understand. In essence, when you put up your headline, maybe to draw people to come in here, you won't be the only one who does that. But the approach, I don't think was proper. I'm approaching it from a layman's point of view. Even if some people couch their responses on a tribal basis, probably be the exception, not the rule. So we have to learn how to ignore a lot of people who do their support or criticism based on tribe. Like somebody said earlier, it's not a tribal issue. There are people who, including you, Mr. Elvis, and a lot of us on this platform, who fought to make sure that Mr. Onyema is given equal access as other business people, including the aviation minister himself. A lot of people. There is a thing called marginalization. There's no nexus between that and then criticizing products and services. Now, I know this is going to, a lot of people, we're here to discuss this, but I'll start by saying that the approach, the attitude, the slant, the technique, the mannerism of introducing this topic and re-emphasizing over and over, those of us who are on this platform, so a lot of us on the platform, Mr. Elvis chastises us as our principal here. He says, I know a lot of people, you're satanic, even though you support me, I don't want you doing this and doing that, which is okay in most cases. But in this particular case, I believe that the approach can be criticized. Now, Madam Rita made a presentation in which she was on the money on most of the stuff. So I would just highlight some of the things she said. One of them that I think holds water is that when you have an issue with an airline, and air travel involves logistics. It's a division of labor. There are many things that will cause an airline to be late or canceled. There's planning, there's organizational issues, management issues, administration issues, but you also have the air traffic control, what they call ATC, which is ground-based professionals, managing the movement of aircraft. Even to get on the runway, they have to give you clearance to do that. They direct the aircraft, provide information, coordinate, handle emergencies. There are weather issues. So I would say that it'd be interesting to find out why those flights were canceled, especially your own. Maybe when you comment again, you could tell us the reason why your flight was delayed or canceled. So we could know if it's the airline's fault, or if it's weather, if it's emergency, what is it? That would also go to your claim. Now, you as a consumer, you're supposed to be compensated, but you have to make your complaints. You have to file a formal complaint. First approach the airline and then go from there. If you don't have any result from that, then you can go further. In Nigeria, there are many agencies that regulate the airlines, right? That you can file your complaint now, just like we have here in the United States. You have at the ministerial level, you have the Federal Ministry of Aviation. That one I think is everyone knows Keyamo is that minister, but you also have the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA. The captain there is Chris Najomo. We have the engineer, Victor Goya, and all that. So you have to file, but don't just start on this platform to say, you have to pay me, or I'm going to do X, Y, Z to you, or I'm going to do that. That would be improper. The proper thing to do is to file a formal complaint and try to approach the airline itself first and let them know your experience and what your demands are. You should be made whole. Now, products and services such as this are usually market driven. The market determines the performance somebody does in the market would make people board your airline. It's supposed to be something the effectiveness is measured by the market, the price, the kind of services they offer. If somebody else is there, they'll be better, and then a rational actor will go with a better airline. That's the way it works here, and it should work like that in Nigeria as well. But let me conclude this segment of it, which is this Onyema issue piece, by saying that we must, like I said, I've geared up from last week. I want us to have a lot of Nigerians on this platform. There are 200 million Nigerians. So there's a reason why. I don't know what it is. Other countries that have similar population, if you go to their star, of which Mr. Evans, like he said, is a graduate in media, he's a star, he's a movie star, and he's fair among all his virtues. One of the best one to me is his pursuit of the truth and saying it the way it is. He's courageous, he will tell you the way it is. We've had a tussle here. I have tussles everywhere I go because I'm not too far behind him in that regard, but I don't have the buttons. As I'm not a media person, I can't remove somebody, bring him in and stuff like that, but I will speak the truth no matter what. So, but what I want to suggest to Mr. Elvis, now this part of this, my comment will probably be done by calling Mr. Elvis himself, and I think I will do that. When I have some time and he has time, we'll talk. If we see results, people coming in here. What I want to do is to advise Mr. Elvis against a couple of fallacies. There are more fallacies, but I want to emphasize two. One is hasty generalization. I believe that, Mr. Elvis, you do that on this issue. You notice that when I'm on platforms, I don't speak about people like, say, very dark man. The topic comes along. I don't talk about stuff like that. On this issue, I believe that you also employ a bandwagon logical fallacy. In that particular case, you think that something is true depending on the number of people who said it. And so if we avoid those two and then try to determine, we have to believe in something. If you don't believe in anything, you're going to believe anything. The fight in Nigeria is one, to bring Nigeria to be a new Nigeria, progressive movement. We have to do that. We can't be offending so many people when they come because they don't know this is the way you talk about everybody. It doesn't matter if you're Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. I hear the bell, so I'm going to round it up. There were a couple of other issues, but I think maybe if I get a second chance, I'll deal with the other topics. So don't take my criticism on that too harshly, because not even anybody else that I know can do as well as you do. You try. It's not easy to come here every day. I got to say that. And present information, especially when you heard it, then you traveled and you experienced it, then it will exacerbate all that. But it's very, very important to remember the Igbo tribe. It's a great tribe. It's a big tribe. Big. A lot of Igbos are not on social media. A lot of Igbos are minding their own business. So they're not saying don't complain, don't complain about one of our sons if he's not doing something right. Of course, you have to criticize and constructively, but it's not a tribal issue, because first of all, if you do by tribe, if you're not going to fly an Igbo airline, do you have one in Edo State? No, you don't. So it's a southern airline. Even if most times we divide things by north and south. Onyema is not an Igbo businessman. Onyema, if you even want to bring him down, you're gonna say he's a southern Igbo guy. So no matter what he does wrong, you also share in that. If you say he's a Christian businessman, so if he does something wrong, it's a Christian businessman doing something wrong. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate the courtesy with time.
Okay, thank you very much, Oga Pansat. Thank you, sir, for your submission. But I'd like to come in because your minutes is over, but I would like to use another 3 minutes for you to respond to one or two things that I'm going to say. But one, you don't tell who you beat how to cry. Yes, you don't tell who you beat how to cry. My flight was 2:20 and I boarded by 6 something. Upon all the complaint, people have been complaining about Airpeace. I like the fact that you mentioned that, yes, we all fought here to make sure that Airpeace gets the license. And at the end of the day, even when they were trying to stop him from flying to London, we all fought here. This is the first time I'm criticizing him, and I don't have no regrets. Then you went on by saying the approach was very harsh and all that. Mr. Pansat, with your kind of person, I know you. You can't even take what happened to me that day. Let's assume you were in my shoes. You cannot take it. Forget about the owner of the flight. Now let's talk. The flight belongs to Nigeria. Let's forget about the owner of the flight. I did not come here today because of the owner of the flight, or because he's an Igbo man or whatever. Even though Airpeace is not there, according to what you said, if we do not use Igbo air flight, those don't have their own. I use Aero to Lagos. It was not Airpeace. There are so many flights in Nigeria. You know, the owner of Aero is a Northerner, right? I guess. Ado Sanusi is the owner. So it doesn't have to be from any tribe. Let's criticize it the way it is. And then, Oga Pansat, you see, when people try to tell me that I was a little bit harsh in approach when it concerns us, that is my concern. Because I know I've criticized Tinubu here so many times, and I don't see people call in or even tell me to say that, oh, that was a little bit harsh. I've criticized Obaseki. I've not seen anybody call in. I've called Obaseki. In fact, I've criticized Obaseki more than any other politicians in the whole Nigeria. I've not seen anybody call into this show or join the show to say, oh, that was a little bit harsh. No, I don't like that rhetoric. Let's say it how it is. I was frustrated at the airport. Heat almost finished my life. There was no kind of remorse, not from anybody, no refreshment. no drink, not even water, nothing at all. Upon all that, the staff were still begging you for money. We have to say it. In fact, we need to be harsh so that people like Airline Onyema and every other flight that is doing the same thing that we cannot see or we don't know yet, they can tighten up their belt. But if you come on air to say, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to advise Airline Onyema, flight was delayed yesterday, but it's not good, but it's just an advice, try to do something about it. Nobody will listen to you. That is it. Nobody, because they'll believe that, what is this one saying? You need to go ballistic for people, especially our satanic elites, to listen to you in Nigeria. If you don't go ballistic, none of them listen to you. They don't take you serious. That is it. With the complaints that is going on, when it comes to the Igbo, nobody mentioned the Igbo name here. I did not mention Igbo. I went on by saying that I'm not interested if the owner of Airpeace is an Igbo man or anywhere. I'm not interested. It's only somebody who commented earlier on by saying that, oh, generalizing the whole blah, 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 blah. And I went on by saying that for your first comment should have been, oh, whatever, it's just like Mr. Pansat. Whatever that happened, what Airpeace did was wrong and all that, blah, blah, blah. That's how you're supposed to start on by saying, oh, because of that, you are generalizing what? Do you know how many complaints is on air for Airpeace? Because I've been pretentiously ignoring it. Do you know why I've been ignoring it? In case you don't know, let me say it. Because I fought hard here to make sure that it succeeds. And I said, it go change, it go change, it go change. And I don't believe in working according to what people say until it happens to me. Until I'm compensated. In case you don't know, these basbos, it go be for 365 days in the whole year. Every day now I go take the reference to Airpeace until they respond to me. Because the way they treated me was wrong. Everybody was swearing inside the flight that they will never use that flight again. So let's say it how it is now. Why be safe? If we want to talk about Tinubu, nobody they advise us say make we calm down, more talk and respectfully. If we want to talk about Atiku, nobody advise us. If I want to talk about Abbas, nobody advise us. If we come to our own, yes, advice go full everywhere. This is what I want us to stop. Let's stop it. If not me, make una criticize me. I don't mind. I don't mind. Why not? Is anybody perfect? I don't know so that criticism and they force people to tighten up their belt. Yes, not criticism. As long as you don't add hatred to it. What happened to me in the airport? None of you here that can take it. And it's always happening. It has been happening. Although it's the first time I've experienced it because I'm not the kind of person that travel within this country like that, within Nigeria. I like to follow the road. Now, road I like to defy, if not because of insecurity. I saw a comment earlier on for the comment section. Somebody saying that it's not because of the insecurity and bad road. Waiting concern house, concern flat. And it's the truth. It's just the truth. Your five person will go carry your car come Benin in case you don't get car for Benin. Or you know how many people when you get one carry their car, they reach there, they'll not be using boat. Boat na name of taxi, in case some of you are not aware of that. No. If you come to our own, the same basbo way they give Tinubu, give them to our own. If na my papa, if na my mama for comment section, make una give them the basbos. No fitter. All this featuring, I'm not part of it. Thank you, Mr. Pastor. 1 minute to respond to that quickly, sir. Let me move on.
Mr. Elvis, I believe that I never criticized your harshness, your intensity. No, that's I said the approach. Can you hear me? I criticized the approach.
I said you did. No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah. So I stand on that. I mean, I don't know Alex Onyema. I never flown in his airline. The information people give, but you know, even here in the United States, the best airlines here, American Airlines or whatever, Hawaii Airlines, they get criticism.
Although Mr. Pansat, I mentioned on my earlier submission that the flights are all new, all brand new, and very, very clean. I also mentioned that. So if Airline Onyema if I was complaining now that the flight is dilapidated, that was a different thing.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. it'll be interesting to know. I've seen a lot of people leveling criticism on his services. I don't know, haven't witnessed it firsthand, so we have to look at all of them. But what I'm curious to know about is the cause. You could get that information. I believe that NCAA has a head office right there at the airport. Now, you did make a couple of other, like I said, other mistakes when you were comparing your experience with the integrity of the flight in Benin City, where it's much, much less traffic. It's a smaller city compared to, say, Lagos, right? So all those kind of things, a fair person would judge those things that way. That's what I'm saying. It's not Benin's airport.
No, Mr. Pastor, let me quickly put this on so that you can understand the scenario, what happened. In the big hall where they dumped us, I'll use the word dumped. Do you know that people that were going to Abuja were in that same hall? People that were going to Benin were in that same hall. People that were going to Port Harcourt were in that same hall. And people that were going to Owerri, yes, I remember the Owerri people were caught before us. You know, people that are going to Owerri were in that same hall. So all of us were there waiting for airpiece. So different people waiting for airpiece to go to different locations. Everybody were laying costs there. So it's not about going to Benin City alone. My location was Benin City, but all of us were there. They called the first people called people to Owerri. Then people going to Abuja, Port Harcourt before Benin.
No, I understand. What I was saying is that there's division of labor and when it comes to air travel. All right. Some things are going to be beyond the airline's control. I'm not defending. I don't know what's going on. I'm just basing I'm judging with one account, your account. So that's looking at it in the light most favorable to you. As a passenger, you and me, we're passengers. We're on the same side here. The airline is the other one. Alex Onyema is not on my side. The passenger is on my side, whether you're Hausa, Fulani, Edo, or whatever. They have to treat the passengers with respect and dignity, safety.
Okay.
Now,
exactly,
when you go to an airline,
quickly,
and you don't have clearance, right? Or it's a flight coming in and is delayed, you're going to experience some delays that are beyond the control of that airline. So what you have to
no,
here,
Mr. Pansa, the continuous complaint.
Pardon?
Continuous complaint is unacceptable. A continuous complaint is unacceptable.
I addressed that by saying that you cannot.
Yes.
You cannot use that, right? Like I said, you make an official complaint. The gossiping thing that they do, people like him are susceptible to that kind of gossip, you know.
Let me tell you another thing, Mr. Pansa. Mr. Pastor, sorry that the conversation between you and I, there's nothing like official complaint in Nigeria. It doesn't work. They don't respect it. They don't honor it. Drag them on social media. They will listen to you. Simple as ABCD. We are not in America, sir. We are not in the UK.
I understand, but
that elite don't listen to your complaint. They will not open your email. Drag them.
Nothing works in our country. Nothing works, but that doesn't go to the airline. That goes to those regulators, right? The ministry.
Yes,
there should be an official place.
Go give them. If they'll give them, if the people will call this video to go and give it to Ale Oyema, he will have a sleepless night and they will put things in order. If you do it in eternally, it not they work.
I understand, but I'm not advising you in a legal capacity. But I'm given the activities of Nigeria lately, where you criticize the pastor, somebody like Ijele and all that. They can or you criticize the product. So the best approach, at least, is to at least file it, even if they don't do anything about it. That doesn't go to the airline now. That goes to the regulator. File the complaint and don't deal with gossips and rumors, because airlines in Nigeria, even from abroad, they're competing against Nigerian airlines by spreading unnecessary rumors. They want somebody files a complaint. It makes sense because we want to know why there was a delay. Did you hear that last point? We want to know why the delay. Why? Is it air traffic?
They don't have answer to read. You are not getting it. These people don't have a guide for you. Children were there, no water to drink. They don't know if you exist. So if you're asking why, that why we stay for 78 years, you will never get answer. So drag them with facts on social media, sir.
Mr. Elvis, I better move on. No, you not go ever 1 year.
Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thanks for your time with us today. To be honest, somebody commented earlier on by saying that if the road was good, waiting because I like that's just I'd like to roll on the road. Yes, you get why. Can't they wait for one airline for more than 5 hours? Nobody to even come to you to say we apologize. Do you know that these people were announcing inside airport? There's no microphone. The man was shouting and nobody can hear. Nobody can hear. Maybe now the airport will go play for that, MM1. I don't know. But still, you can have a microphone, a personal one that you can use to talk to your passengers. It's like a speaker. You hold it, you know, and use it to walk around. Please, let these people be organized, man. Everybody cannot just be behaving like tout and agberus. Eh? If you don't know, most of our airlines that they behave like agberus pass. Behave like tout. They don't have a guide for nobody. They don't respect their passengers. They don't have a guide for their passengers. And it's wrong. People like us that have a voice need to speak for the voiceless. Because I experienced it now. A lot of people have been experiencing it according to the complaints that were going on there. A lot of people were making videos. Maybe in the next 24, 48 hours from now, you see them circulating on social media. How are we going to justify that? Lastly, I beg, make we criticize these people how it's supposed to be. Nobody should be advising anybody how we're supposed to criticize anybody. Because nobody they advise us when they criticize Tinubu. Nobody they advise us when they criticize Elbaseki. Nobody they advise us when they criticize Oshomole. Why be say if you reach our own, advice will come full everywhere. It don't make sense to una say we are kind of biased. If you reach our own, advice will come full the verse for the living room now. Some of them, their living room now, they want their coffee where they drink, they want break the bottle. They want break the cup of tea. They are angry. They can just jump inside here now. Whole life is for truth. Eh? Why would I not
Can I say something on that? What you just said? 30 seconds. It's not the same thing, right? Alex Onyema is a much better airline than Tinubu is president. Number one, Alex Onyema got his airline. He bought it or he did whatever. Tinubu stole our mandate. Alex Onyema is not ours. It's not mine, in essence. I'm with you. You're the passenger. You're mine.
But I spent my money and I was frustrated. I spent my money, my hard-earned money.
I haven't seen anybody argue. Nobody here on this panel have argued.
Mr. Pansat, hold on, close. Hold on first. You see, Naija Watch, I'm very sorry for what happened to you. Naija Watch, hold on.
Mr. Elvis, how much was your flight? Make I pay you. Hey,
Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis.
I don't know episode though. They must pay me.
Mr. Elvis.
Me for this frustration. I will not
You're
take
coming
it
down.
lightly. Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Passan. We'll come back to you on the second episode. God bless you.
Mr. Elvis, can you hear me?
They must pay me. Yes, they never reach your turn, but we can hear you.
I want just say something. I want just say something to correct some issues here because it will look as if I want to say here that yes, what happened to you is very awful, and it's good you complain to the right source. But when you keep on making that statement with Agbado, and because there are two different things. This is a private sector man that is investing in Nigeria, and no. When you say if I talk about Agbado now,
una dey hear me? I been on my network.
Now you the court now.
Can somebody respond again? Okay, maybe not me the court. Okay.
You dey hear me? You dey hear me? I been on the court.
Somebody has I hear you now, both of you. I can hear you.
everywhere.
Naija Watch, we dey hear you. Naija Watch, we dey hear you.
So that's what I'm saying. Now Black Panther get network issue or what? Being me.
None of you have network issue. We can hear you, both of you, clearly.
Okay, Black Panther, quick, go ahead, sir.
Yes, when you hear me now, I'm clear, Nabi. See,
Yes,
when what I was trying to say is that, please quickly, when we compare Agbado and a private sector person, I think that is we wrongfully send a message that we are not, you know, we are not inviting them to fully come in because it's bound to make mistakes.
When I go criticize my principal, Black Panther, you they sleep if I criticize my principal for where people call it, where people
wait, Naija Watch, private sector and politics different now. Private sector and politics different now. You're supposed to know. No politics. These people did. You know, say these people they steal money, but to him are not they steal. Now hard earned money they invest. So we can criticize him, but we should not compare him to the politicians. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on. I don't know where this bad network is coming from, but let me just call on Abdul Malik. Then I'll come to Oga Chris, you know, before Black Panther. When it gets to Oga Chris, he's going to be the one to take the final submission. But Abdul Malik, let's do this, sir. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Naija Watch.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. This airline issue, when you showed the video, even me, I was surprised because I see no reason why people are rushing into airline just like Molwe, understand? Because I know when you about to board airline, you have your ticket, which is your seat number. Okay, what is the rush? What is the cause of the rush? That surprised me. Because you have your seat number, nobody will drag it with you. That is your seat number. Because when you get visa,
should I tell you the reason for the rush? Because it's like you didn't understand exactly why they were rushing. You know, it's
I
like
understand. I understand.
But that does not make them to rush now. They shouldn't be rushing.
I'm coming. Let me. I understand.
They're not. Look, anybody first come first serve now be now. Nobody get any seats. You know, that is what happened there. You people need to understand what is on ground.
No, there's nothing like first come, first serve.
Nothing
like that in aviation.
Anybody
like that, madam.
You allow me. Let me speak, Madam Patricia. I understand you, but I try to get it. I confused because I see no reason why they are rushing. The way I know, when you about to board a flight, you have your seat number. Nobody will drag it with you. Okay, what is the cause of the rush? What are they rushing for? It's not more lower like you are dragging seat. You understand? Because Nigeria, anything we are doing, we don't have coordination. There is no coordination, nothing.
Abdul Malik, sorry for interrupting. And they have their flight number. So you don't rush the airline. You have your flight number.
That is what I mean. But the video Nigeria was showed, there was rushing. Well, what are they rushing for? Because your seat, nobody will drag your seat for you, lie. Even though you are not there, they will wait till they will announce. If you are not there, how many minutes before they will take off? But what are they rushing for? Nigeria, no coordination, nothing. According to what Nigeria was saying, if there is a problem, like flight did not meet up, the time is supposed to board, they need to announce it so that the passenger will be aware that something is wrong with the flight. Anything they are doing, they do it like, I don't really understand, but they say they are educated, but it's like they are not even go to primary school. Even primary school, they coordinate themselves. Primary kids, people that go to primary school, they coordinate themselves. But just take a look. Even in Nigeria, even all those luxurious bus that that used to go from east to south, west to north. You have your seat number too. They don't even roll, talk less of plane. I don't really get it. Our Nigeria, where are we going to? Last time I see Nigeria airport, there was people are pushing airport, people are pushing airline. Imagine they are pushing airline to start. What type of country is this country? Every day we are declining. We don't even get nothing. There is no development. Nothing. And people are other countries. They are going far. They are going far. But we are going backward. Just like the leaders they are running on, they don't know anything. They still use their old mentality to rule, to move the country forward, and the country is not moving forward. We have a long way to go. Just take a look now in Europe. Yes, you go to bank, you must wait for your number no matter how old you are, you must wait for that your turn. You cannot just jump and go and take money or because you bribe or you must wait for your turn. But in Nigeria, you will see somebody if they have been in a bank like three hours time. Somebody just came because you have money or you have level, you will take money and leave others. We have very big way to go. I don't really know how the country will move forward because the way our mindset, we need to change this our mindset. Without that, there is nothing we move. I'm telling you, even that like what happened now, like that airline is according to they have constitution, like the guideline, like what is guiding there in that aviation minister. They need to do something about that. But they will not. That is the corruption too. So that next time, other airlines, they will not try such things. But you will see now that kind of thing will see happen, will see repeat itself. Imagine you are rushing in airline like you are going to bus stop to bus stop from bus like more. I don't know how this country will be better because every day it's like we are moving backward, not forward. I'm telling you the truth. Just like last time, Nigeria used to say that it's like light increase in Nigeria. Now there is light sometimes, but most every week you are on light broadcast. There's 6 light on your head every week. What is the improvement, if I may say? But they say night light have improved. Okay, most every week you are on light broadcast. There will 6 light on your head. How? Is that improvement? And it's only a few hours we are here together, just like IS, 6 hours, 7 hours, IS, 8 hours. What about other hours? We are not with you. There is no improvement. They are just deceptive type of government. There is nothing we have. They cannot change anything. Nothing will change in that country unless we get the right person to rule us. The right person. Without that, there is nothing will change. All those set of people, they are the same. There is no one different. They are the same set of people. Take a look how many years they have been ruining us. Till today, they are still the same set of people. Unless other people that good, we came. Without that, there is nothing will happen. We can't go anywhere in this type of, I don't really understand. Every day, even sometimes, I are convinced. Yes, sometimes. Because the way the country is going, it's not normal. It's not normal something. Even look at now, people like APC people, they are coming on air to just criticize Peter Obi. And this man, what he says is true. There is nothing, all what he says is true. But you will come on air to talk what is not the right way. Just because of somebody tell you to come on air to talk nonsense. How are we going to make the country better? Just you are looking for your self-interest, sycophant. Others, majority are suffering. We have a long way to go for that country. Because the way I say, if look at other nations that move forward, even your son, This something that is not right. You need to call it out, he or her. But in Nigeria, you cover for somebody that is your relationship. Who does that? How the country will move forward? But other nations that move forward, they don't do that. They don't need somebody who can bring a victory to the country. But our own, we don't. No. Even though you are not qualified to be there, they will take you. You see, what are we seeing now? Seeing now in Nigeria, economy collapse every day. Investors, they are going to another country to invest. They are evacuating just because of our leader. They cannot coordinate and make the country economy balance. How many billions they spend on rehabilitation of a refinery? $1.5 billion. Where is the money? Till today, the refinery is not working. They share the money, but nobody see anything. Thank you very much, Mr. Niger Watch.
All right. Oga Abdul Malik, thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thanks for your time with us today. Okay. The next person is supposed to be Oga Chris. After Oga Chris, then the Black Panther, then we take our final submission. But I'm going to let Oga Chris take it from here now. Oga Chris, thank you very much, sir, for joining us this evening. Good evening to you. I beg, talk to us, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Nanjawaj. Happy Sunday to you and your wonderful family, and everybody on the panel. And good evening to you all, and people in the comment section. And good evening to you all, and welcome to the last day of the first weekend of the first week of the first month of 2025. And good evening to you all once again, Mommy Diaspora. And special greetings to you. I salute you, Gidigba, for this first Sunday of 2025. Well, a lot of videos were played, and I could see people coming from different dimensions. But for me, I'm just going to stick to the submission that some of us have made here because they quite resonate with me. The first of it all, when it comes to the issue of Kwankwaso and Atiku, I really love the angle Madam Patricia came from, because earlier today I was just thinking earlier today, I was looking at a picture of Abuja, and I could see the different places that have been developed in Abuja, all literally from the west of the south, And I also remembered Lagos, and we knew when Lagos was the capital of the nation, the amount of resources that was voted to Lagos, and now Abuja, the same thing. I was just asking, okay, let's assume hypothetically from the way the country is going, if, for example, these people decide to divide this nation, what's going to be the benefit of the South Side? Literally nothing. What you'll be having is all the wasteland in Bayelsa, in Rivers, in Calabar, and in some places in Benin. And these people, they are running away with everything. So I really like the angle Madam Patricia examining the issue from. That's this idea of north, south, north, south, north, south. What about the south people? The south people, the so-called chicken that lays the golden egg. What's happening to it? When they just talk about this power rotation and everything, the south is literally thrown out of the equation. And the height of it was during the satanic Buhari's administration. In that government, I think the highest position that was bequeathed to somebody from the south, and it was even like a token, it was like a medal, was the one that was given to Omo Agege. And shamefully, Omo Agege went to Buhari and knelt down to thank him for being the deputy speaker, House of Rep. Whereas, I don't know, in a sane society, the South should have a role to play in every election. I'll just give an example of Malaysia, for example. In Malaysia, people, the real movers and shakers of Malaysia, are actually people from China, the Chinese origin. They are the businessmen. They are the economic power in Malaysia. But somehow, the Malays, that's the original owners of Malaysia, just told the Chinese, look, as long as you are doing your business, it's okay. But anytime you want to dare contest for power with us, we're going to send you people back to where you come. We will remind you of your origin. But unfortunately, reverse is the case in our dear country, Nigeria, where the people that came to meet us in Nigeria, all of us, we are all indigenous to this land. It's only the Fulanis that came. Remember the story of Gobi? I think that's just 1857, just yesterday. And today, because of the laid back attitude of the Hausas, Hausas in particular, I know we have the Bagis, the Fulanis, all of them, the Kadara people, all littered around the northern belt. But I think the Hausa has the population. They are laid back nature, allowed these Fulani guys, because we need to call them by their name. If we talk about the north, the people have re-emphasized that every time. The people you have that are the problem there is just the Fulanis. And we keep talking about the north having power. Let's not forget that there's hardly an Hausa man that has ruled the nation, despite them having the larger population, despite them being the original settlers, the owners of that northern part. But the Fulani came as visitors, and the rest, as it stays, history. And look at Kwankwaso sharing the position between himself, Atiku, the northern elders, sharing the position between the Atiku and Kwankwaso. Let's even assume that is true. Both Atiku and Kwankwaso, they are both Fulanis, for God's sake. Are there no other people in the northern part of the country? I'll just piggyback on what, still talking about the north, yes, I want to piggyback on what Mr. Jonathan also said, who copiously spoke against these northern people. You know, they just feel that they should be in charge. It's not what they feel, that's how they see it. That the Igbos are the commercial name center of the country, and the Yorubas, they are into administration. So they themselves in the north, they should have the power, and the rest of the nation can go in blazes, despite the fact that they don't contribute anything. Now we have to separate the shafts from the fruits, in the sense that when these northern people speak, they use that guise, the north, to perpetuate the Fulani hegemony. Because there's no way in your widest imagination, how can you ever, how in a nation of 230 million people and still counting, Buhari was living after 8 years. And let's not forget, it was a Yaradua. If we even have to take it back to Obasanjo time, 1999, Obama was the president and the Fulanima was the vice president. And after that, the Fulanima became the president in person of Yaradua. After Yaradua, Jonathan came in, and Jonathan was there. And before you know, when Jonathan left, the power has to go to North again, and it has to be another Fulani man, Buhari. Buhari was leaving. Everything, the whole arrangement was made to bring in Ahmed Lawal. It's just that Tinubu, who invoked the famous spirit of Emilokon and threatened them that he was going to bring the roof down, and that was how they backfired. But be that as it may, Atiku was locking in the corner. And let's not forget, in 2019, when it was agreed that, okay, it should be the turn of the North, let's just leave it for the North. You know, nobody from the South contested any political position. Nobody at all. In PDP, I'm talking about party primaries. They left it for the North. And guess who were the two people that front contenders? It was still a Fulani man versus a Fulani man. So anyhow it could have been, if Atiku had defeated Buhari, it could have still been the continuation of the Fulani hegemony. And to add insult to injury, Bala Mohammed, who is also a Fulani man, was also there lurking, waiting behind. So the whole picture I'm trying to paint is that these guys, they are always somewhere in the corner waiting. It always has to be them. If Peter Obi had also become the president, imagine if Fulani man just left, another Fulani man would have been the vice president. And if the succession plan, as we usually know, after it is maybe the vice president will come in, let's assume every other thing being equal, ceteris paribus, every other thing being equal, another Fulamina would have continued at the detriment of the other vast majority of ethnic tribes in the north. Because I'm saying all these things, it's time, it's high time people from the south start. I really love Madam Patricia's submission. Apart from the diatribe against the Igbos, or yeah, but that's our personal choices, and we all have rights to our personal choices and convictions. So, having said that, I think the people from the south side is just a wake up call for all of us. It's a wake up call for all of us. For whatever we do, we should remember that the south side is a region that is going down the drain. Because when this whole dust settles, I wonder if we will still have farmland. We can see the rise in cancer amongst children due to oil exploration. We've seen black suits in Port Harcourt, River State, and neighboring states. And as for Alen Oyema, just quickly have to bring this down now. Alen Oyema, well, I want to salute Nigerians for bringing that video, but I would like to, stick to what Abdul Malik said. Abdul Malik asked some very pertinent question. Why the rush when everybody have their seat number? Was that really necessary? Could it also be that Nigerian in all of us, where we are just so disorderly in everything we do, even when the rules and regulations are there? Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this to a stop because our time is far spent. Thank you all. Let's call on the next person. That'll be Black Panther. So Black Panther, it's good to have you after some time. I want to talk to us for 8 minutes. Open your microphone, Mr. Black Panther. Well, if Black Panther is not there, we just continue as we do it. It's gonna be yes. Our time is far spent. I think what we are going to. Black Panther, talk to us. 8 minutes, please, quickly.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Trying to double tax myself. Thank you, Mr. Chris, and I thank Mr. Naija. God bless you for bringing Mr. Oyema, the private mogul who has been helping the Nigerian space in aviation. Thank you for bringing some of the defects that he has in his business. I want to thank Mom in Diaspora. I want to thank every one of us for your contribution. I want to say today is a bright day. We thank God for his blessing and making us be among the living that will see 2025 and other years ahead of us. I want to bless his name of the Lord and bless every one of us here. We are here today, like I spoke in my Indian speech. It's going to get worse, but we have been prepared for the worst situation. So now I would like to speak from this point. First, with the Nigerian politicians. You see, the Nigerian politicians will not change, and they will never change. What I'm saying is that it's for us to really understand it very well. And I made mention of one thing. I made a decision in my speech that when I came in, I said we should try and understand the situation before we push ahead. Because if we are pushing ahead, people are going to see some very tactical word they will use as their own point. So that's why I plead that we should make holistic analysis of it and let us not take it too far. Let us also be reserved and let people speak so that we can pick and say the hit on the main point. Because this year is going to be tough and you got to hold what you have to really speak. You got to be well reserved and very prepared for it. Now, let us look at the Nigerian politician. When it's time for power movement, to power going around the country, the Fulani, the Adawa will say, it is the North and the South. When it comes to other ministerial appointment, they will bring 6 geopolitical region. You see, that little point that I've brought forward now to show that Nigeria is a defect itself, a very big defect itself. And who is driving this defective train? It is the Arewa. It is the Arewa. They've already inaugurated, and they've inaugurated some of the southern leader into this worst train that we have in Nigeria, in this country. They've recruited some of the Nigerians in other regions into it. And that's a very big problem we have. Now, I want to speak. Sorry, I'm doing something somewhere. I want to speak on Madam Rita issue. Madam Rita, I am 1000% with you the way you analyze it. You put it there, you let it hang so that people can see and listen and see critically from where you are coming from. I want to thank you for that beautiful analysis you made out there. And I want to thank Madam Patricia too. You made a point. But the point, I love your point. Your point has been one of the main things that we have been saying from the beginning of the creation of this quote and unquote country called Nigeria. That is where the basic thing that Nigeria used economically to drive the economy, and the people where this thing is being brought from, they are never given a chance to the white to Aso Rock. It was like a medal, like Mr. Chris said. It was like a medal given to Ross, to Jonathan, to just come in. It's just a tide of circumstances. It was not really his turn. It was just a side of circumstances. That's why I got it. I want to say here that, look, until the Arewa comes to a round table, which they will never come. Mark my word. I don't speak like I just want to speak. I speak from all the journals and all the books that I've gone through about them. They will never come to the round table. The reason, what they do is to send in their disciples to speak for them. In this guy, they keep on speaking about one Nigeria, but they will never come to a round table. The only time they were forcefully called to the round table was when we had the Jonathan Constitutional Conference. That was holistic conference. We talked, and they were forced because of the conviction of the idea brought to the table. And if they had broken it there, that would have been a very big mark on their own side, on every Nigerian. But they refused. But they signed with us, and that was it. But what they did, they retrieved, because they knew that if they do that, their selfish intention about Nigeria will not be achieved. Now, how do we go about this? The Edo people are not in the picture in fighting for this Nigeria. That is what I'm talking about, in holistically in the federal level. Because we are not even given, they've tagged us as a minority. They don't even recognize us. We that were existing before the country, they don't recognize us. Because none among us have even crawled to the position of speakership. And the Edolite are the pride of the country as a whole. Now, concerning this thing, the only way and the only thing that can trigger this thing is if the South-South unite on this issue. But can they unite? No. Because they've recruited them into the hemisphere of the one Nigerianism that steals the wealth of the nation. That is why you can see Omo Agege went to kneel down at that man, the president, the former president, Buhari. That is a sign of hypocrisy and sign of loyalty to the Arewa group. And that is why we have not been able to break it. And that is why the youth cannot break it, except this present government make sure that this tax law come into place. That is the beginning of how we're going to break it systematically and get it. But if we come in holistically to come as a group, it might not be obtainable. But if there is a big push from every region, we might be able to, from small clans in each region, we might be able to have a say in it, but we might not have a way to get it. But we might have a say, and that say, the whole world will listen to us, and that might force them to come to the round table. And to the issue of Inyema, I want us not to compare the politicians and a businessman who is investing in a very volatile state and assiduous state like Nigeria. On the aviation system, there are so many factors that causes delay of airline. I flew airline and I've been delayed for 6 hours. Even not this time, even during when we were opportune, we were following our auntie during Nigeria Airways. Even then, Nigeria, we were Aero will delay for 4 hours, 5 hours. But thank God, there's an improvement. But on the Yemen, there are so many on the aviation system. It's a rotten system which the present man is trying to fix. And in terms of delays of airline, it's not only on the airline itself. There's so many factors that brings about not having your flight. It's not basically on the airline itself. If you look at it, you are wrong. Go and let us, each of us, go and study it, because I have been a victim of it, sir.
Round up, please.
Okay, I have been a victim of it, but the Nigeria we have, then I don't know if they really give the money back. Even in the US, it's just presently that they make a law that if you don't want to fly that airline again, if they disappoint you, you can recall your money back and they will pay you with compensation. But I don't know if the Nigerian law is there. In America, there's a lot of delays of airlines, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's not the airline itself, but there's so many factors that make them do that delay. It's out of their reach. So I want us to watch. Not that we are not going to criticize them. We are criticizing them for them to improve. But don't put the sole blame on the airline. And those people that came from, the white guy that came from one place to say the worst airline in the world is just he's an hypocrite. I don't listen to him. He doesn't know about Nigeria. He's just an hypocrite, a loose dog out of the bliss. But well, we thank him for even bringing it out so that we'll know how to fix it. But he doesn't know anything about Nigeria. For him to talk about the aviation system, he doesn't know where we are coming from, and he cannot say where we are going to. So he should just mind his business and face his own country, because what he faced in Nigeria, the same thing happened around the world. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Black Panther. The same thing happens around the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the final segment of this broadcast, and our time is fast spent. I just urge everyone to compress your thoughts. And before we do that, please, ladies and gentlemen, use the like button, share button, and the dollar sign if you can. Please, 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 we are begging, because it's the only way you can propagate your voice. In this second segment, we are going to make it as short as possible because of the dialogue between our CEO and Mr. Pansat. So in that case, I'll just call on Madam Patricia. Madam Patricia, you have 2 minutes to give us a final thoughts on today's broadcast. Please, 2 minutes, please.
Only 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Now, wow. Okay,
Tomorrow
anyway,
I'm
for us to finish on time. Yes, it's fine. 2 minutes. Okay. Thank you. I don't know about the claim of aero contractor being delayed for more than 4 hours, or Margarita also says so. I've been flying aero since 1978, so I've not had such experience with them. Maybe like Mr. Ivy said, 10-15 minutes they are off. So I never experienced 4 hours. That's me from 1978 till now, so I don't get that kind of experience with them. But again, if that's your experience, that's your experience. So I will leave it at that. Another thing I want to say is the arrogancy that I was talking about. I cannot be here. Somebody's insulting, the whole of my people, telling us that, okay, because Mr. Elvis came out to say what his own experience was with this airline, and then somebody come to defend the indefensible and say that even at that, do you people have any other one to fly? What an insult. What an insult. Is Onyema the first person to have airlines? Have you not heard of Okada Airline? Have you not heard of that? We have Okada. It's Nigeria that happened to it. Like Nigeria is always happening to us. So nobody should come here to insult anybody. That's the arrogance that I have problem with. Is that how to talk? Do you people have any other one? What do you mean by that? If you are defending the indefensible, then you have to control what you say too. You can't come here to insult people. You think you are the one that started it. Before you came, before you became,
Thank
we
you,
were.
Madam
Before you
Patricia.
became, before you were, we were. What are you talking about?
You don't do. Thank
You
you.
people climbed on us to become what you are. Now you are telling us you are what? Don't
Madam
let me
Patricia.
look. I'm not a small person, though. Don't
Thank
come
you,
and tell me what I
thank
know.
you. Thank
So
you,
make like
Madam Patricia.
them behave yourself.
Madam Patricia, thank you. 2 minutes is gone. Yeah, Madam Patricia, yeah, you know, you say 1978, now you begin to fly. And Black Panther said when you don't get delay for 4 hours. You know, say that 1978 they talk, they never bomb Black Panther. Now 1998 they bomb Black Panther. So in your own experience, my new one. Maybe we continue.
Help me tell am, we are the latest Gen Z before you know, so then the old Gen Z.
I see the fly contractor till today. I see the fly today.
Aero don't finish it. They don't get line
I see
again.
the fly am when I go Lagos, when I go Nigeria, now they fly. I'm not telling you, I don't stop am.
Let's continue.
Now they fly. See now, I don't get that experience.
Thank you. So whatever it is, I quite understand where my Patricia is coming from, and somehow when it comes to issues like this, you always almost know what she's gonna say. And again, I like the Okada airline that you brought into the picture. And if you people must know, Arik Air, established in 2006 by an Edo man, Joseph Arumemi Ihide. An Edo man established Arik Air, sound airline for that matter. So, two Edolites with two aircraft business. So let's continue.
And it was a national carrier too.
Yeah. No, national carrier are different to Black Panther. Let's continue.
No, it was carrying our flag now. Arik was carrying our flag now.
Let's continue with the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am Abdul Malik. If you are there, you want to open your microphone, talk to us for just 2 minutes. Quickly, Abdul Malik.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
evening. Good evening once again, Mr. Chris.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
There is something I hear in the panel. You say, everywhere in the world there is ghetto. But the problem is this, that their own is not much. They have little, which the majority when they vote. Everywhere in the world there is a place we will find ghetto, which is not good and is not good looking. We have it everywhere in the world, but it's little there, it's little. But in Nigeria, it's just like other world, like Western world, is like 5% or 10% you find such place. But in Nigeria, ghetto, there are much. Where there is most everywhere is not looking good. How many streets they have tied in Nigeria, or how many street light we have in Nigeria? Just take a look. You understand? We know there's everywhere in ghetto, but in Nigeria is much. Is more you cannot say. That is, let me just say, most of the 90% is more 90% of the area is rough. Yeah, you see the dilapidated road, which is not good. No light, no street. And from this moment, we're supposed to talk out there with tie street, every street in Nigeria, or put every street light in Nigeria. But see, today, we are still talking about highway, federal road, how they will tie federal road. After 60 years, 64 years of independence, is it not shame for all Nigerians? It's a very big shame. I don't really know how we will get this right. The thing is getting out of hand. It's not small issue. I was not even planned to boss 60, 65 years. I was not even planned. I'm early 40 years, early 40. What type of country is this? What are we seeing in Nigeria today is not normal compared to other African countries around us. Cameroon, I believe they have light. Ghana, they have light too. But Nigeria, giant Africa, nothing to show. We are just giant for mouth. Common water to drink, you cannot give your citizens. Say you are giant of Africa. I don't know. Just everybody walk the way. Everybody walk the way it is. Because me, I do my own. Anything I see, I will forward to UNHCR, United Nations, so that they will help Nigeria. Because people suffering there is too much. I'm pretty for them. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abdul Malik. Is there anything you go forward to UNHCR? Well, Abdul Malik, thank you for your submission. I still like the angle where you come from. You know, you talk about a ghetto being in everywhere. Yes, I understand that clearly. But I think the example that was being made with that is not to justify that Nigeria is okay, but is to talk about the fact that we should also learn to appreciate the good things we have. I think that's just the example. Other than that, I completely agree with you because there's ghetto in everywhere. But in the majority of these towns, they are standard, but they just have the ghetto. So it's not going to be a case of using the exception to represent the norm. But in this particular case, Abdul Malik, the purpose of that example was very clear, is to say that let's take time to also showcase what we have. It wasn't an argument to support the fact that everything was okay. And talking about that, Oga Johnson Emmanuel, I think I need to address you. Johnson Emmanuel, you write so well, but your final thoughts usually fail you. I have to say this, your final thoughts usually fail you. If you look at the example I made, there's a specific contextual relationship in the example I made. I was making a case for the whole Nigeria. I made a case from the Hausas, the people in the north, and all the minority tribe in the nation. And everything I said is fact, it's truthful, it's all there in the open. But I don't know why you have to make that comparison. Of course, time has far gone. Maybe I could have had more time to reply to you. But next time, I'll be waiting for a comment like that from you again. Yeah, good evening once again. And we come to Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, do you want to open your microphone? You have 2 minutes to quickly do this, please.
Yeah, done already. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. I've changed and ready to go since everybody has been talking. I thought I was after Mr. Jonathan, so I miscalculated actually. But thank you for the opportunity for the closing remarks. You know, it's evident that we're not going anywhere. Nigeria has all kinds of problems. A lot of it is our leaders, and a lot of it is ignorance of our people themselves. This little conversation we're having opens up a schism that we can see in the animus, antagonism, antipathy, and enmity, hostility, even here among us. This is just us having a conversation. I spoke about the market forces. If you have other airlines, the market, if the price is too high with one, you go with the other. If the service is poor here, you go with the other. That's why we are passengers. Our relationship to Mr. Elvis' experience is one of passengers against airlines. It's everywhere. It's continental, it's worldwide, universal phenomenon. Passengers are supposed to have rights. They should be treated with respect. But now, when we go with anecdotal evidence, such as was presented by Mr. Elvis, referencing others, yes, we can judge two listening to one because we know that Mr. Elvis is a credible person. We haven't had a side of the airline. Why? Why are you delaying? Why do you have this many people here? Something doesn't add up. Abdul Malik and others try to sort out why rush. The seats are assigned. But we do know that Air Peace in the past have rescued, they've sent planes to go and rescue people internationally from South Africa, from so many other places. And in that kind of operation, maybe there's delay, maybe there's an aircraft issue, there's a problem with the airplane, they send another one. But still, Nigerians don't have class. They're rushing. This is something that's going to feed everybody. If they say 500 people or whatever it is, everybody's going to get in there. But you can't blame the airline for people rushing, carrying some of their loads. Not even packed.
Please round up.
Yeah. So I would say I was going to use a Bible, Mark 7:24-30, to talk about the animosity, the animals. Even here, I don't go to platform to talk about Igbos, but if you are making arguments that are unfair to a tribe, piling on, you invite a response. When you talk about a snake, you're going to talk about something that's long, that's crawling on the ground. But I'll leave it. What I have to learn is how to ignore ignorance, especially if there's nothing to extract or value from it. Most of us know each other when we're on a platform talking here. Want to have a discussion on how to make Nigeria better.
Thank
and
you.
To conclude, let me just say this. I've gone to a lot of platforms doing only one thing. At that time, people set up just to talk about Southeastern as this and this, and it's distracting from what we should be doing. Nobody I don't defend Igbos more than Mr. Black Panther does here, or Alex, or even Mr. Niger Watch and Chris. So it's redundant for me to defend Igbos here because this is us here now. We're talking about our problems. But in our midst, what I've said it many times, we have a cancer. We have a cancer on this panel right now. The comments in the comment section takes us on a different trajectory to little talk. 1970s talk, 1980s talk of tribe, clan, clash. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. And everybody have a nice day. I'll be driving. I'll be listening though while I'm driving.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pansat. There's hardly nothing left to listen to in the next 5 minutes we are out of here. Thank you for your time with us today. And Black Panther, you want to give us your final conclusion on these 2 minutes? And Black Panther.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. I want to say here from the final note, thank you very much. I want to say here that one, for us to get it right, let all of us, I beg you in the name of God, let all of us desist from, arrogating blame or issue that you cannot settle in your mindset against one particular tribe. If they have done something to you, that should be personal. But if you are holistically analyzing it, you analyze it from the point of fact where they have done something wrong on a particular issue so that we can understand it, so that people out there can understand you. But you don't bunch them together. If you bunch them together, you are not different from the people that call us N-word, that use N-word for us. So I beg everyone, if there's something that you think that this tribe should do, they have been doing it wrongly, hit on that point, let them note that point so that they can rectify that point or argue it out from the point of from their own side of the issue. And to what happened in PDP and the rest, Kwankwaso is one of the key. Let me tell you guys finally, Kwankwaso is one of the key Agbado is going to use to distract the other political bigwigs that are trying to form alliance to win. Because Kwankwaso is not even fit. If you put on the dice, Kwankwaso is not even fit to say he wants to be president because there's nothing he can bring to the table. So on the issue, if they don't allow this other man, because I don't want to even say anything, but I have it is in me. I've analyzed it. So I will speak on as an outsider. If they don't allow Obi to come in, then Agbado will take the stuff once again. So that is all I want. But that is all I have seen in it. That is my own analysis. I'm not going to, because I've already told Obi not to even contest. Because what they have now is a makeshift. It's a rubbish. They are not even thinking about how to make things better, but they are thinking about their own selfish intention, how they are going to get. They've already shared it. So you can see that we are not one. Thank you very much. And then, Mr. Naija Wash, do quick, maybe pack your luggage, maybe go back to your base. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Black Panther. We come to the last person. Mr. Jonathan, are you there? Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, unfortunately, is not here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted Mr. Jonathan to give a wrap to this, but now that he's not there, we just have to bring this to a final conclusion. And like you know, tomorrow we're going to continue on this broadcast again. Thank you all for allowing us to come to your cyberspaces this evening. And please, ladies and gentlemen, let's try to make our submission as factful as possible as we can, but you're at liberty to give your submission, come from whichever angle you choose to come from. But for whatever it is, let's put our nation first at every point in time, and vis-a-vis our personal well-being, because in doing this, we are trying to project to the world that our nation is indeed a beautiful place to be in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make this. Yeah, let me read this. Thomas Omorije, since every personally make this for Mike, it's true that if he's not get enough airplane, then let him cancel some of his air routes. Okay, yeah. I think what Thomas Omorije is trying to say is that if Airpeace hasn't got enough airplanes, then he should cancel some of his routes to avoid the rush and the fight for ticket for traveling opportunity with Airpeace. Ladies and gentlemen, please come to the end of this broadcast. Everybody on the comment section, I want to greet all of you and my very good friend Johnson Emmanuel.
And Mr. Chris, can I say one thing before you close?
10 seconds, I beg.
10 seconds. I beg of every one of us, I want us to go and see how the aviation system work hand in hand and see where the problem is coming from so that we can speak on the issue, because I don't believe it's just the airline. There's a lot of factors that will, because they are not independent. They are people that control their independence. So please let us holistically analyze it and get a way forward. We don't just blame one person. There are so many factors. The government is there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Black Manta.
Hello, Mr. Chris, can you give me 1 second, please?
Please, Abdul Malik.
Okay, sorry for the stuff, you understand? For me, I told you, because since I was born, I've never seen where people rush into plane. I'm telling you, just because of the Nigerian people, they are the same people, they don't coordinate themselves. How can you rush into plane? You have your own body, your own seat number. Nobody will drag it with you. How? Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Abdul Malik. I think I've also emphasized, we echoed that point that you made before. I was just greeting everybody in the comment section, and I mentioned Johnson Emmanuel. Johnson Emmanuel, I hope I have the opportunity tomorrow, more time tomorrow, so that we can make this more a robust argument. So, well, all of you on the comment section, I see all of you, Madam Love Maduka, all of you now, will not be calling our name again, because time don't too go, time will be our friend for this broadcast. And all of you now, we make and come the panel today, Madam Patricia, Oga Jonathan, Black Panther, Madam Rita, we don't come out, and Abdul Malik. I greet all of you now, Gidigba. And Oga Naija, I still greet you too, well. But before I greet Mommy Diaspora, may I quick talk this sound and see my people. And this Airline Onyema matter is supposed to be a matter wey involve service, quality of service, supposed to debate wetin cause am, the root causes and everything, and that it can be remedied. But I was shocked when it now turned to a tribal thing. I don't think that should be. Well, like I always say, people have the right to their opinion, but I don't think that should be. We should just make it a clear case of service, failure of service provision. So it is only when we look at it from that angle that we will be able to find solution to it. Because I choose to talk about this last week, because that's what I wanted Mr. Jonathan to talk about. Because aircraft safety is supposed to be everybody's business. Because as we speak, it's still the safest means of travel. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll not go drag and pass this. Before I invite Mr. Anjarosh, come make a quick salute, Mommy Diaspora. Mommy Diaspora, your children, we don't talk about we know and reach on. All we they ask for now your support, where we know. So even if we ask, we not ask, you will always give us that support. Mommy Diaspora, we want to appreciate you for everything you do. We love you to the depth of our heart. As Madam Rita is not here, we seize the opportunity to proclaim our love for you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so much for everything you do. May the good Lord continue to bless you. At this juncture, my people, make una allow me invite our CEO, that one Oga Naija Watch. If in day, in go end the broadcast. But if you not day, ladies and gentlemen, make una go sleep. Tomorrow we will talk again. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Oga Chris. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for calling in. We don't take calls this time, but let me quickly take your call. Yes, sir.
To this airpiece is if a proprietor of an airline know that he has not got enough airplane to fly every route in Nigeria, then why not cancel the route he know he cannot be able to provide airplane for instead of delaying people for 5 hours? So that is my contribution. Let him think about it and cut short some of his air routes so that he can be able to fly the area he can have enough airplane to cater for. Thank you, and
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. That's a wonderful contribution right there. I think that's a good advice. If Aleno Yema is listening or anybody close to him is listening, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I appreciate every one of you that joined us today. Thank you very much, Mother Patricia Tagbojumi, Mr. Jonathan. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you, Oga Chris. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, Mother Rita, for coming in earlier on. Oga Panther, thank you for coming in, sir. Thank you, Abdul Malik. Mashallah was with us as well. God bless you all. And those of you that called in, I appreciate you. God bless you now. Thank you so much. My love of God is my strength. Thank you. Thank you. Osemge Omede. Those of you that supported this channel, Stella Masevedo, Peggy, Mode, Chaja, God bless you all. People right there on the comment section, start on Mother of all Mommy Dance Laura. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you for all that you do. Always. Thank you very much, everyone. Eva Line, Love Maduka, Patricia once again, Black Panther once again, Peggy Modi, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Chidima Kedu, and Grace Home and Properties, and many others. And God bless you, my people. Thank you so much for all that you do. But I'd like to quickly round up with this by saying this. You all know this platform does support anything to do with tribal war. I don't like it, to be honest. Listening to how this whole thing is turning around and all that, I don't believe on this kind of things. It's very unfortunate that sometimes when things happen like this, people try to go in that area. For me, I don't like it at all. Aleno Yema, whatever that is doing today, his flight is not taking just the Igbo people. The flight is for Nigerians, not for the Igbo people, you know. And it's just like Peter Obi. Peter Obi, if he become a president of Nigeria today, he's not going to be a president of the Igbo people. He's going to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we should always see ourselves like that. We all have been divided enough. If you are criticizing any of these people, criticize them based on fact and based on what is on ground, not based on where the person came from. No, it shouldn't be like that. You know, although sometimes when this kind of criticism comes in, the unfortunate part of it is that you now see one or two persons will now be coming in to defend the indefensible just because, you know, it concerns you. That's where the problem starts from. We should stop these things. If you are criticizing anybody, just criticize them based on the topic on ground and the fact on ground, rather. You know, all this ethnicity and all that, our leaders have succeeded in using it to divide us, and most of us, if a majority of us are still divided in tomorrow, and it's not nice. Then biasness. Let's work against our biasness and sentimentalism. Is the continuous practices of this biasness and sentimentalism is just too much. because the fact that sometimes on this platform, when we speak on some area, there will be so much advice, there will be so much anger, there will be so much I don't understand. I don't know how to put it on. It's crazy. To be honest, it's crazy. It shouldn't be like that. I've said it before. If they want to find anything that is not good about my mom, please say it. Corruption, no. She can't beg you money, oh. Anyhow, please come on air. Say it. Let's say things how it is. If now me myself with the talk so, I can't get with me. Are you draw? I not come do aware or blah blah blah. Please expose me. Oh, this one, I too love this one. So it come from my village, or that's why we are where we are today. Tinubu is our president today because a lot of people just want him to be a president because he's from one particular region. How long? When are we look at those states just concluded the governorship election? Naisha man na it be ton, na Edo man na be ton, Naisha man na just imagine. We can change this thing now. The people that created it, many of them have died. The person that changed this thing is you and I. But unfortunately, that selfishness is not allowing us to change it. We are too selfish. We now start analyzing, we now start beating it left and right, we now start trying to be perfect with our submission. It's not nice. And for Airpeace have to work on themselves. And that last advice from our big brother right there, let me see, his name was there just now, Oga Thomas Amoroji. Thank you very much, sir, for that advice. If you understand that your flight is not enough to cover all the states, then scrap some of the states out and focus on the area where you know you can cover. I believe this comment really make a lot of sense to me, because I remember those people there were telling us that the flight are not arrived. The flight want to drop people. Then the flight will come drop people. They will now wait for the flight to drop everybody. Immediately they drop everybody, they move again. You know, this thing is, I believe, I don't understand. The competition self too much, and they cause all these things. If you cannot cover the whole 36 states, then cover what you can cover and leave the rest for now. For you to buy only one flight, it's not easy, not cheap. Talk, let's say you even have more than, I don't know how many flights we get, whether it's not past 20 safe, or maybe 15 or 10, I don't know. But at least to get one flight is not cheap. Talk, let's have it more than one. Just, put them on the route where people can find flight on time. Okay? It's not nice. The suffer why I suffer for airport that day. I don't want to experience it never again. Airpeace failed woefully, and I don't want to ever face it again. And a lot of people are complaining. Just imagine that I came on air today to take this action based on the complaint of the people. You know, see many of them for don't eat me raw. Say, you are complaining. Were you there? Were you there?
Niger Watch.
You don't talk just now.
No, may I give you one information? Make yourself look at that information. You see, most of the airport you have in Nigeria don't have enough facilities. That is why you see, go and investigate it. That's why I see a lot of airlines, before they will pick up from one state, they will delay because of the traffic controllers. So those are one of the factors that I told you that we should look into. Our aviation system is a problem.
Listen, yes, what you are saying makes sense, but it's not justifiable. Do you know why? Anything that is too persistent, then there's a problem. Aero brought me to Lagos today. They were late for 15 minutes. They said they will arrive in Lagos 30 minutes. They arrived in 20 minutes. They packed their flight within 20 and 30 minutes. That's so it's supposed to be. all these excuses cannot help these people to change. They will continue to do what they are doing. Let's hit them hard all the time through facts and our voices. They will not listen to you. The only language they understand is by speaking on social media. If you call, in most cases, if you want to talk to them privately, they'll belittle you. They'll look at you that you are hungry. Maybe you need food from them. So there's no need to try to reach them privately. You're not expecting anything from them. Say it on social media. Let it hit them. Then they will change. Do you know how many things that social media have changed in Nigeria? Do you know how many actions are taking because of social media?
I beg address Tony Africa. That guy know the list, know the hear word. They call all of us. They call we zombie. You do for a comment section there.
No, why must you use that? You say panelists are zombie Tony Africa. Why? So please apologize now. I'm going to block you right now. Apologize straight away. I'm going to block you now. You only have 1 minute to do that. And if I block you, it'll take you 6 months before I unblock you. Why are you doing this? Tony Africa, you have 30 seconds left from your 1 minute. 30 seconds. I promise you I'm going to block you now before I end this show. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds left. 5 seconds left. Because the other time I blocked, you said you were not given enough time to apologize. Then everybody can hear me. And I'm waiting for you to apologize. I'm going to block you on earth and heaven right now. I've told you guys before, if you want to practice this, your ethnicism, this, your hatred, tribalistic approaches, go and do it in your living room, not on this platform. I can't wait here for 10 minutes, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. We are rounding up now. Wait for 10 minutes doing what? If he cannot apologize, now that means deliberately delaying it, then I will deliberately block him. I can't be here for 10 minutes now. 10 minutes for what? For him to apologize. If I cannot,
I mean that is very wrong of him. It's very wrong, and it's not talking well of the channel. How can you be calling people zombies because they hear their own points?
Okay, Tony Africa, I have to block you now because you have not responded, and your excuses will not make no sense to me after this broadcast. I will not listen to you, and I will not respond to you after this broadcast. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. No apology from you. You are blocked. I don't understand you guys creating division everywhere. The same now they complain Nigeria no good. Whereas many of us are the devil, we will not make Nigeria better till tomorrow. Many of us don't want to hear the truth. Many of us are practicing the same thing we are accusing the government for. We have a long way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I gave enough time and it deliberately did not. And your stupid excuse will not make any sense to me. If you come later, you have been banned. You are blocked on earth and heaven. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. I'll see you guys again by 7 tomorrow. Please press on the like and help us to share. Good night and bye for now.